All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope you are having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys, an incredible day yesterday. Incredible weekend, actually. Hope you guys had an incredible weekend. All right, perfect. Good morning, Peter. How are you?
Good morning, Carlos. Can you hear me? Just making sure you can hear me.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, we're good. You went from black to screen. Yeah, good morning. Welcome to the first full week of trading here in 2026. I got used to it. I almost said 2025 there. So, but yes, on the first Monday of trading, my girls went back home yesterday. It meant while it was nice and quiet, my wife said, well, it's the first time we've actually sat down and done nothing in about 2 weeks. It was still sad. It was sad because, you know, I love the holidays and it's always sad when it's over. But had a glorious time, and now we're just back to winter quiet, right? As we get ready. For me, it's looking forward. The next thing to look forward to is a nice big vacation I got coming up at the beginning of February. So we'll look forward to that. But until then, we get to focus on the markets. Let's see what we can do to take advantage of these markets, make some money out there. And I'm looking forward to the next couple weeks to doing just that. So together, we'll see what we can do. Carlos, how about you? Holidays, you got younger kids, so holidays are, always different when you got the younger kids. We had our last Christmas party, by the way, on Saturday. And nice. My cousin was over, and he's got younger kids. He started a lot later, so his daughters were like 10 and maybe 8 and 6, something like that. They were,
yeah.
Anyways,
yeah.
My God, they were active. Like, I was exhausted after having them here for just 4 hours.
They're nonstop, man. Mine are 12, 5, and 4, and it's nonstop. Non-stop, my friends. The energy level is unbelievable. I wish it's just half of their energy. I mean, I'll be a billionaire. I think I'll be a billionaire. I mean, it's just that energy is. Oh my goodness! And not wanting to go to sleep when it's time to go to bed. It's just like we spend all day running around. You're not tired? No, it's just unbelievable. But yeah, great weekend. I have a lot starting right out of the year too. There's a couple of people that their birthdays are right on the first. My niece is on like December 31st. My father is January 1st. Good friends, so parties, birthday parties, and all that kind of stuff happening. And yeah, could not complain. Amazing weekend, friends. Let's get to it. Market. Look at this gappers list. So we are back at it, friends. For, as Peter mentioned, a full week of trading. I'm looking forward to it. And just look at this list here. Everything in the green this morning, at least on here, right? So we got a couple of tickers towards the top, and then we have some towards the bottom here. Some of our usual suspects, like I want to say Intel, not usually our usual suspect, but overall tech and semis are on deck this morning, looking pretty nice so far. And we'll see what's driving things. Nothing in the red at the moment, and SPY just pretty much flat from where it closed on Friday. So before we get into all that, U.S. economic calendar, Peter, what is going on for today?
Yeah, so on this Monday, pretty light today. The only thing of note really is the ISM manufacturing survey that's coming out at 10 a.m. I thought I'd put two other things just for your awareness. The Atlanta Fed GDP Now number comes out at noon. Should not have much of a market impact, but I've got it there just in case you want to know that. The other one that I thought might be interesting. Remember last week, some of the news was that for the first time ever, Tesla was toppled from being the top EV manufacturer or seller, I suppose, depending which measure you want to use. And I thought that might get some attention to the total vehicle sales for the U.S. This is U.S. total sales. When number comes out at 2 o'clock, normally the market does not react to this whatsoever, but just be aware that that's happening, especially if you're trading Tesla this afternoon. Again, it's only an aggregate number across all auto manufacturers for the U.S., but it might get a little more attention than otherwise because Tesla, if you were watching this on Friday, our first trading day of this calendar year, took a wee bit of a tumble. It's yeah, Carlos, I mean, you made a prediction that it was not getting back to $500, and I gotta say, you beat out the Magic 8 Ball because it absolutely did not get anywhere near. In fact, it just kept dropping from about well, a little bit before Christmas until the end of the year, and it was unrelenting. Fridays, you can see the biggest of the movement candles, and yeah, it dropped about $30 on that day, and I noticed it's back up a couple of dollars. It's green now, but it's only green from that big drop. So yeah, it's definitely in play, but not in a good way.
Yeah. Definitely gonna have this on deck this morning. I saw Elon. I haven't seen Elon in a while, but I saw Elon change his X page, put an American flag, and he also had dinner with Trump. They were saying so. He says good things coming ahead for 2026. So maybe they're making up there. But yeah, gonna add Tesla to the list. Clearly, has been in play, and it traded so well over the last couple of days. Although it's been down, down, down. It's been trading so well. It's been getting volume. It kind of got us through that 2 weeks of Fridays, Peter. I mean, it gave us some movements, right? When many of the stocks were just complete dead. So we're back to regular trading. On Friday, I gotta say, man, Friday was awesome. Friday was a
Friday
taste
was a
of what
great
trading is
yeah.
like. Like it was incredible.
I was going to say the same thing. Friday was a surprisingly good day. It was great. So of the, like you said, 2 weeks of Fridays, it sort of lived up to to the name we gave it until the actual Friday, the actual first day of the year. I mean, if the rest of the trading year goes like the very first day of the trading year did, this is going to be an awesome year because we had some great trading on Friday. So yeah, let's see if we can continue it today.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to it. All right, friends, let's get right to it. If you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. Let's get this started right away. We'll love your support there. Our goal today, I think we're back into getting our regular folks. Right, I think vacation is over, holidays over. I think we're back to our regular people in chat. So I'm looking forward to see his numbers get higher because, man, it's been just like the market's flat. It's
All right.
been really low, rightfully so. So hopefully we can we can get back into some good numbers here. All right, let's see. Speaking of good numbers, up 21% this morning to kick off our gappers list brought to you by tradingterminal.com. Friends can always head there and check tools just like this gappers list here. It is SIDU up 21%. 13 million shares traded, so we definitely got some volume here. Lower price stock. I mean, this thing was down at under $1 just 2 weeks ago. Here sitting at 558. So clearly over the last couple of days, we've seen some action, some volume, and clear that the price action is reacting to that. So Peter, Sidus space. Not sure what that is, but
yeah, I guess
right here.
Sidus space. All right, so I don't know. Two pieces of news out here. Sidus Space has a number of contracts with the U.S. government, and there's two things. First, the indirect news. Over the holidays, President Trump made an announcement that the U.S. will return to the moon. He didn't really specify when or exactly how that's going to happen or why, but he just made the statement. So who knows? We'll see what happens with that one. And Sidus might benefit from some contracts from that. But more directly, do you remember the Golden Dome? Apparently, that's still a
Yeah.
thing. That's happening. There was a missile defense contract for the Golden Dome award to Sidus. So again, I mean, look, whether it happens or not, how effective it is, doesn't really matter if you're the contractor doing some work, right? Because you get paid in the interim, presumably, for whatever interim milestones you've got and objectives you're putting in, or maybe it's just a time and effort contract. They didn't really specify the details, other than it's a good contract for them. And like you mentioned, lower price stock. So this type of news is going to move it. It's sort of on the verge of a low float. I mean, I would definitely consider it a low float with a market cap of under 300 million and about 35 million shares in the float. This thing could probably move like crazy. I like the news, though. This is the type of news that can definitely move a stock. We'll have to see what happens with this one. I mean, it's already up 21%. Shows that not a lot is moving. If 21% is the biggest mover in the market this morning, and by a good margin, by the way. Yeah, it's tough to say what's going to happen here. 13 million shares traded, though, so far this morning, which is about a third of its total float. So, yeah, it might be worth keeping an eye on.
All right. We'll put it here on my secondary list. Again, it doesn't really meet our style of trading, but we'll put it here and see what it does. It has some great news behind it. And clearly the market loves it. You can see the reaction we're getting now this morning. Again, typically I don't like smaller price stock, but let's see, man. I like the news on it. It could be big to get this thing doing something. Next is going to be HAL. So HAL is on here. We are up 8% this morning, 1 million shares traded here. At the moment, we've seen this ticker plenty of times. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't think it trades well. But Peter, today they're rocking, man. Big pop, up 8%. Got some volume behind it. Maybe today could be the day where it makes our list. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, on the list, you notice, I noticed on there we've got Halliburton, we've got Chevron, CVX is on the list. We've got COP, which is ConocoPhillips. All the basic. Oh my goodness, I can't speak. Basically, all of the large oil companies are on there. I imagine at this point, not many people have missed the news that the U.S. has taken over Venezuela. I don't know how else to word it. So apparently, there's a local government still sort of nominally in charge, but Trump has declared that he's going to manage the country and he's going to leverage the country's oil resources reserves to benefit the U.S. So all of the oil companies are jumping up. I noticed gas prices are said to be at a 5-year low. So oil companies are thinking there might be an opportunity. It feels a little risky I'm not sure how much of a long-term bet you can make on it, but definitely they're moving today, and we can see all of them on the list. So you see the gap up here on Halliburton, and you see similar moves, as I said, on some of the others. So CVX, COP, a bunch of the other oil companies. When you see them on the list, we can just sort of put them all. It's the same news that's moving them all.
Yeah, and the tough thing about this one, even with the big news or not, they're tough to trade. To day trade, they're not easy trading stocks, even with volume. So I don't know. I probably will have one or two of these on the list. I'll try to see which one looks the best, but for the most part, they're not easy stocks to trade. And as you mentioned, Peter, a bunch of them this morning making their way to the gap up list here. So, all right. If you had to pick, Peter, which one would be the best one for you to watch this morning?
Wow.
I know. It's not an easy
question.
question. Yeah.
No, CVX is the one that I have gone to in the past. They're all the other problem is they all trade on the New York Stock Exchange, which makes them a little tougher, which makes sense to just the type of company they are and the history. All right, probably CVX. It's got about the same volume as Halliburton. It hasn't moved quite as much, but that I suppose would be my default. But it's not much of a distinction, frankly, Carlos, because yeah, I don't love any of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. All right, we'll see. People in chat saying CVX as well. Maybe I'll add this one to the list here. I'll add it on the main list because it is big news, depending how they're going to react today. But I just feel a lot of their movement happens after hours, and we get left with the crap over for the intraday trading day. So let's see. All right, continue with this list. We're going to try to skip through some of these. SMR is on deck this morning. I guess it's moving with the same news, right? Nuke Scale Power. Also moving here this morning, up 10%, 2.6 million shares traded. I gotta say, pre-market action looks alive. Peter, anything going on with this one particularly?
Well, this is nuclear, and some of the nuclear power has been moving over the holidays, just based on the demand needed by AI systems for power. And as you may remember, late 2025, we were talking a lot about nuclear as the U.S. government promised to support nuclear, or at least maybe ease some of the regulations to allow nuclear to become more prominent as the need for power generation has soared in the U.S. I think the administration was also perhaps a little concerned that there's a lot of reports of how China was moving significantly farther ahead in their ability to implement new power generation stations, whether they be hydro or nuclear or coal or whatever it may be. So they seem to be taking a reactive stance to that, which has benefited a bunch of these companies. And we've been watching a few of them for a while. I don't really see anything new on this. There is some, suggestion and thoughts that 2026 could be a good year as more projects get announced. If you remember, there's a couple of projects with some test sites for some of these smaller, because we're moving to more. They're not super small. Like, it's not like we're getting portable things at this point, but we love the church-based design for some of the nuclear we've been seeing over the last little while. So we looked at that in the past. I think this is going to be good over time. Whether today is going to be a especially good day for some of the nuclear companies, tough to tell, Carlos. SMR definitely moving this morning. I can see, like you say, it's up about 9% on decent volume. Might be worth keeping an eye on, but it's tentative as to whether it's actually going to do something interesting today.
Yeah, I do like their pre-market. I have to say it's probably one of the most active pre-markets I've seen from them. So I do like that here. I like their daily. I think I'm gonna put it on the list today. We'll have to see how it goes here. So I will have it on my list this morning. All right, let's continue, friends. What else we got on here? We're gonna skip through some of these oil companies. Let's go to Bitcoin. I see Mara. I see Coin is up here. I see thought I saw COSS, but no, only Mara on here. Coin. I thought I saw some other ones, but maybe not. But they're here this morning. Peter, anything going on with them?
Yeah, they are here. And they have gone up. Bitcoin currently trading about $92,500, which is a lot higher. I mean, it's the highest it's been in about 2 weeks. I mean, it's not a drastically higher high here, but it's a lot better than the 86 to 88,000 range it had been trading in all over the holidays. So the fact that it jumped up overnight last night and it's sitting near the highs is relatively good news for anybody holding crypto. We'll see where it goes. As you probably know by now, crypto typically moves after hours. It doesn't do a lot of its movement during the U.S. market day. So I wouldn't expect big things today, but sometimes we can catch up from Mara and Coin and some of the others. So might be worth keeping an eye locked on them. I'll put one of them on my charts. Mara, MSTR, Clean Spark, Iran, they're all the usual suspects that are, different parts of our list. So, watch whichever one you want. We'll see where they go. But they're not top of my list for trading this morning. I don't see any reason why they're going to, pop up or drop heavily right at the open.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a look here. I'm going to skip this one for now. Let's look at semis. I see AMD's on here. I see MU. I see Intel. So let's see what's going on there. Then we'll hop around a little bit, Peter, see what you like off this list that maybe we haven't covered. So Intel this morning, some of the semis are up. Intel, man, it's been doing some good stuff. On Friday, had a big day also. You can see how it moved here. Today, gapping up again, another 3.2 million shares trade. So we are rocking there. And the other one is AMD that's on deck here. So let's take a look at AMD. Here's AMD. Also moving higher, up 2.7, 800,000. Not a whole lot of craziness there. And then MU, which again has been just incredible. I mean, just look at this daily. I mean, something clearly changed. Like MU's DNA after September changed. I mean, it is just, look at this. Look at the way they've been moving, right? I mean, it's much larger daily candles as far as movement, intraday movement. And the volume, I mean, it's not a big of a difference in volume. I mean, slightly, like you see a little slightly higher, but not by much, man. And they've just been crushing. All-time highs on Fridays today. Well, all-time highs today again. So it's just been insane here. So, Peter, your thoughts on semis? Maybe MU could be one we look at today. 1.7 million shares traded, up 2.6. This could be back in play. A little higher priced than our other regular stocks, but could be in play here.
Yeah. So Intel specifically had some news, which is why it's on the list, maybe the top mover here this morning. The U.S. Treasury has disclosed, or Intel actually disclosed, that the U.S. Treasury has taken a 10% non-voting equity stake in the company using the CHIPS Act National Resilience Deal. So it's not the first. We heard this before with some of the others. Intel's, sort of part of that group now. Again, this is it's an interesting change in stance by the U.S. On having an active hand in their commercial operations. The U.S. has long had a critical stance against China's role in state-run corporations, and I mean, these aren't state-run, but they certainly, it's very different when the state, meaning the U.S. broadly, has an active hand in the organizations and private equity companies. So we'll see what it means long term. In the short term, gives a little bit of a boost for Intel. It means that they have a better likelihood of getting access to good markets and favorable terms, and which we'll see what that means, because they're not alone. I mean, all U.S. Manufacturers are hoping for a benefit from that, and we've seen NVIDIA, of course, rise when this was first announced back in late October, November, I think, when we were talking about this, and then it went quiet for a while, and we'll see. It's a new year, right? So we can get new excitement. But like you mentioned, Carlos, I mean, the players have changed subtly. NVIDIA and AMD are still my go-to trading stocks, I must admit. But the better movers over the last 2 months have absolutely been Intel and Micron, at least from a growth perspective. So we'll see. Micron especially had the biggest move up to the all-time highs. We'll see if Intel can hit there. They can actually challenge for that high. Now I can't remember if Intel, they've got a much longer history than a lot of these. So yeah, they're nowhere near all-time highs. They're way down compared to their all-time highs, which I don't know if that means that it gives them lots of opportunity for growth, but you only have to go back. I mean, go back a few years. This was almost a $70 stock. So it gives them a lot of runway, a lot of room from where they are right now. So we'll see what happens. They're good targets anyways. Again, will it be today that you can trade Intel? No idea. But it looks like it's in play. I'm still going to default back to NVIDIA. It's the best, in my opinion. If you're going to spend time watching something, NVIDIA is the place to put your eyes to, in my opinion. But I can't deny that Micron and Intel have had their days, and when they do move, they can move well.
Yeah. Peter, I'm getting some static when you're talking. I'm not sure if you hear when I'm talking as well. So let's do this. And
no, you sound clear to me.
Okay, so do me a favor, refresh if you can, because we are getting a little bit of static. I don't know what's causing it, but if you could refresh, let's see if that does it. So, all right,
will do.
All right, perfect. While Peter does that, friends, I think we kind of cover everything that's gapping up here. I don't see anything else that I love, so we'll wait for Peter to come back. We'll retest his mic here, and we will see what Peter likes on his end. So let's just see here if it works the way it's supposed to.
Testing. Hello.
Oh yeah, it sounds better, much better. I don't hear the static anymore. Yeah, it sounds good. Okay. Excellent. All right, friends, let's continue. So, Peter, we're pretty much done with this gap up list. We kind of review every sector. A lot of it, obviously, oil companies leading the way this morning. So a lot of them on here today. They don't trade very well. I did put, as we mentioned, CVX on deck. But again, you can check what else is moving today. This one's up 6%, 1.8 million shares trade. So I'll be watching this one, and we can see what else moves. How about for you, Peter? Anything else here that you like before we look at the one single ticker in our gap down?
Well, on the gap up list, we did talk indirectly about Tesla. And Tesla is like gapping higher, but there's been some negative news about Tesla, so I think that we need to keep an eye on it. It's just a regular good mover, so I think it's worth paying attention to. The other one that has been good at times is PLTR. And PLTR is gapping up this morning, although it's been on a multi-day down streak, right? So I think that we've got to, just don't assume a direction, I guess is what I'm saying. But it can regularly move. So that was interesting. The other one just to keep in mind here for this well, not necessarily for this morning, but oh, it's down now. I thought it was gapping up. I guess it was early this morning. I was looking at it. Is Netflix. Well, I'm still waiting to hear, right? We haven't heard anything about Netflix. I figure they've got to announce something soon. The board of Paramount did say that they still favor the Netflix bid. But nothing definitive about what's going to happen and what they're going to do about it. So I think we're sort of waiting on Netflix to see, is this Paramount thing happening or not? Is it, oh, sorry, they not the Paramount. Sorry, I'm getting the Paramount's the one that's competing. It's for Warner Brothers Discovery. Sorry. So Warner Brothers board came out and said that they favored the Netflix bid, but we still haven't heard what's going to happen next. So I'm just waiting. I think Netflix, not necessarily a trade. It's got, average, I would say, okay volume this morning, but nothing special. So I'm just keeping it in mind, right, in the back of my eye, just in case, to see what's going on with it. Carlos, other than that, I mean, we got a lot of usual suspects. We didn't actually talk quantum. Our quantum stocks are all gapping about 1% higher this morning. They've also been in play. If you look at like Rigetti on Friday, for example, it had a good move. So you just never know when these things are going to take off. I'm sort of expecting. I'm trying to think, what are the things that the White House is most likely to make announcements about? Because I feel we're back in business now, right? The holidays are over.
Yep.
We're focused on business activities. I'm expecting a number of announcements out of the White House. Now, the White House could be a little distracted, of course, with all the stuff happening in Venezuela. So some of the other stuff that had attention, like quantum and nuclear power, and even some of the semiconductors, might be taking a little bit of a backseat, but you just never know what's going to be the next thing to pop up, right? So,
yeah, keep your eyes and ears peeled to see what takes place next. All right, let's gapping down. I saw one, just SOC, and I think this was on the list not so long ago. I think it was Friday, right? Friday was gapping up. You can see here, gapped up, made our list. Didn't really put it on deck. Today they're gapping down 4.2, 413,000 shares traded. So again, it just doesn't look well. I don't think I'm going to have it on my list. But gapping down over the last couple of days, we've seen a increase in movement on this ticker. And again, just don't see it on my list this morning, Peter.
Yeah. So, this is an interesting one. So this is Sable Offshore, and their business operations have been halted because they let's see. Environmental groups requested an emergency stop order against their operations, claiming that they're causing environmental concerns. The Court of Appeals denied the emergency stop order, however, did not dismiss the case, which means that it could be presented with new data over the coming months. The company has released a statement saying they're closest it has been to a restart after they sort of got that interim shutdown, but it's sort of, this whole thing is in flux. This is another example, Carlos. This is again an oil company. We've already said we don't like trading them. This is interesting that while so many are gapping up, this one's on the other side, right, and gapping down. So but they've got some very specific concerns, as we just mentioned, because of their offshore operations. So I can't imagine trading this. It's
Yep, same here. Don't like it. And as far as gapping down, Peter, there's really nothing else on here. So anything else you like before we head over to our chat and see what they have on deck?
Well, sorry, trying to eat my clementine here. Apple. I'm very hungry. Apple. Um, Apple's always zigging when the market's zagging, or vice versa. It for the last month or so, it does the opposite of the market. Once again today, I feel like it's doing the opposite. I mean, it's not down by much. We're talking about 1/10%. But if you look at the price action on Friday, whew, it was a little bit of a toughie. It shot up at the open, dropped, and actually went lower than the open price, and then sort of just went sideways. So it was more like what I was expecting most stocks to trade like on Friday, right? A little bit of excitement at the open and then quiet. A lot of other stuff, did so much better. But Apple's just been interesting. So I'm going to continue to keep an eye on Apple just in case it does something interesting again. And I still regret missing the trade on Apple, by the way, because it wasn't an easy one because it was so fast, but it made a great move. And I felt like it was teasing me all day with that beautiful, like $8 drop. So
short, yeah,
yeah,
that was
and my
epic,
risk
man.
on that would have been so small. Like we're talking about a 20-cent risk for an $8 move. That's like a
Yep.
40 to 1 type move. Anyways, it still hurts me. I don't
Yeah.
want to talk about it. But so I don't know if
40 to
Apple's going to
1.
do anything interesting, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
just one of those risk to rewards. It
It's
was
wild.
just so lovely that it's
Yep.
painful to watch. So anyway,
It is, man. Wow, so clean, so clean. I'm telling you, Friday, guys, you had everything. You have longs at the market open, plenty of that. You had shorts later in the day. I mean, you had it all, and stocks were just moving so well, from Apple to Tesla to even like some of the semis, AMD, MU, all of them were just awesome. I think even Baba. Even your Chinese tickers were doing well on Friday. I mean, this reminds me a lot of how trading is like when things are just doing so well. So look forward to today and hopefully seeing some more of that type action as we get right into it, friends. All right, so that covers our gap up and down for the most part, friends. Again, our gap up list keeps growing as stocks start getting above that 200%. But for the most part, a lot of it made up by oil. You got a couple of semis in there, some Bitcoin. I came off with this list with Tesla, CVX, SMR, and Citus. Space. Peter forgot to say that, so I'll say it for you guys. In chat, when you when you did not say it, Peter, people were like,
right.
"What just happened?" They were incomplete. So we want to close that loop.
Right.
Yeah, we want to close that loop. All right. Let's go to chat, friends, and see what you guys like this morning.
One I should mention, I just noticed on our gap up list, ONDS. If you remember, Megan and a couple of our members were declaring 2026 the year of ONDS. They think it's going to have a great year, and so far they've been right.
He's pushing.
We were watching it on Friday. People are saying they're hoping it would break 10 and be able to hold it, and it did. As you can see now, it's now an $11 stock, whereas previously it had been trading around the $7, $8, $9, right, through the month of December. So we'll see if it can hold this. I think its all-time high is coming up here at 1170 is the high it's ever hit. So we'll see if it can. Is that an all-time high? Actually, it's just a short. I don't know if it's an actual all-time. No, it's not an all-time high. Sorry. Its all-time high, it looks like it hit way back in 2021, back around $13. But a high for the last couple of years, anyways. So we'll see what happens with this stock. Tradable, I'm not sure it's an active intraday trader. Its daily volume is good, but I haven't loved it when I've watched it. I didn't like the price action. I think the spread for the size of stock can be a little variable, but it might be worth keeping an eye on if it continues to be in play here. Might become a more interesting active day trading opportunity.
Yeah. All right, excellent. We'll see where it goes. And looking at the chat, guys, I see what you guys like this morning. ONDS, as Peter mentioned, just broke that down. So I'll put it in a secondary. Let's see where it goes here. It's definitely, I gotta tell you, it's definitely moving over the last 2 days or so. All right, let's continue. We have
Megan's Megan's jumping in there. She says she's gonna be waving at us from her yacht, saying, "I told you so." So.
Oh yeah, don't stay behind. Don't
Apparently,
miss
we're
the
not
boat.
even invited on the yacht. So okay,
No, I'm with her. She's like, I'm not inviting you to my yacht when I told you to get your own yacht. I'm giving you the recipe to have your own yacht.
All right.
Then we can go yachting together, if that's even a thing. I don't know. So there
Have
it
some
is.
yacht races.
Yeah, careful with the crosswind. All right, so let's see here. So let's continue. What else you like, guys? This morning, let's see here. ONDS, yes, that's on there. What else? What else? Nothing else. You guys are good. You guys are happy with the list. NVIDIA. Yes, we'll add in. Oh, NVIDIA looks nice this morning. Yeah, Peter mentioned there briefly how we like this one better than the stuff that's really in play now, like the MU and AMD. NVIDIA has been really nice, so I'm going to add NVIDIA here. MU, though, as I mentioned before, it's all-time high, so I like it. I'm going to put it on my secondary list. But it's hard to beat NVIDIA as far as day trading goes. So I think NVIDIA is must watch here. POTR, big day yesterday. Like many things, not yesterday, Friday. Big day on Friday, like many things, it's selling off pretty nice. You saw Apple, you saw some other ones that gave a lot back. Even the stuff that was started green gave some back. POTR, for the most part, just was a sell the entire day, like a Tesla. Which also was a sell. The minute it opened up, gapped up in the pre-market, opened up, and just complete sell-off on Friday. POTR, as far as this pre-market, looks similar to everything else, bouncing back a little bit, up 3.8, 1.8 million shares traded. Should be on our gappers list now. Should be hitting the numbers to be there in a second here. So, yeah, I like it. Let's put POTR on the list. Whether it's going to be on the main list or not, I'm not sure yet. We'll put it on the primary. If I find something better, we can always knock this off and put something else on there. You know what? Razi94 over on YouTube. Intel is not a stock that I really like to trade. You know, it's one of these tickers where even when it does a good move, I was looking at it on Friday, and I'm like, oh, that's a great move. How much is this? 20 cents. It's like, all right, like, come on. So yes, it's well, yeah, but the move I was looking for as far as the breakout, right, was like four. Right. Yeah, it was like four. I'm excited. It was like 40, 60 cents overall. Great move. It ended up being $1 plus. So that is incredible for Intel. You have to like it. If you like it, I think it is in play. I think the daily looks awesome. I think the pre-market's getting great volume, 3.6, which it normally always does. But I just rather watch NVIDIA, me personally. But today and Friday, they look very good. Pre-market action up 4.7. The more I look at it, there's no reason why not to add it. It really is in play. So I'll put it in a secondary list here right next to MU, but it won't be top of the. It won't be all over NVIDIA for me personally, right? So, but it is in play, no question. It is in play. You like it? Put it on the list. All right. No, Jerry, you know what? It's not. Jared's like, Carlos is not impressed by 5% moves. No, man, you got to be in that 10, 20. No, I'm kidding. No, 5% move is awesome. For me, it's their price action. They could have a 8% move, and Jared knows. I'm not telling Jared, I'm just telling everybody else. The price action is hard for me to trade. Like, it's hard to read the price action on this ticker, and there are a few that are like that. It reminds me a little bit of a New York Stock Exchange ticker, like the way the price action is, right? So they get great volume. I just can't read it well. It doesn't work well with the type of strategies that I trade, opposed to like an NVIDIA. But no, I agree, Jared. This thing is it's moving well, man. It's moving well. I like the volume, like the pre-market. I'm gonna add it. Maybe today could be the day where it proves me wrong and we can take advantage of it. SMR is already on deck. Kumar. We'll go with the last part of your name there. Kumar is already on here, so that one is good to go. Silver. What is Silver up to? I know they were making a lot of noise last week. And today, yeah, we're up again. So again, this is kind of like, the fun is over, but it was just a regular, I saw it as a regular pullback, right? If you're trading this stuff, because look at the daily from, was September when this thing started? Yeah, everything started going in September. September, you could see how much this has moved. So again, this is, I think, normal pullback situation here. Let's see if it wants to continue or if it's going to have some resistance around this 70 area. For day trading, I don't personally like this one, but it is in play. You could definitely look at these stocks if you like. All right, perfect. Let's cut it here. Peter, anything else before we head over to community events and announcements?
No, I think that's it for our stocks that we're watching. We'll have to see. It's tough to know exactly what's going to move, so you might want to spread a little wider list than normal today, and we'll just see. We'll see what the market decides to pick up and run with. So, and if you're in the chat room or here with us on YouTube, either way, our community will let you know what they're watching and what's moving. So we'll do this together. Let's figure out where we're going to go today.
Yeah, I agree. And you can see in our list too, our list is very spread out. We got Tesla CVX, which you never put on the list. We got SMR, which I don't think I have had on the list in a long time, NVIDIA and PLTR. So we're throwing a very wide net here and hoping that we can get some action. All right, let's head over to bearwithtraders.com, friends. Click on webinars. Look at this beautiful page of events. You can see what's happening for the entire week. Today is Monday, as we're back to a full week, normal schedule. Peak Capital Bootcamp starting. I mean, everything is just back in play. Peter, what is happening for today?
Yeah, we like you mentioned, a lot of things starting up on this first full week of January with the Peak Capital Bootcamp top of the list, of course. If you're in the bootcamp, then you know what it's all about. You got the welcome email. We are getting going with some of our activities this week, with the full slate of activities sort of getting fully running next week as we ease you into it. But it'll be busy. So welcome to bootcamp. For those of you that are members of the Bear Bull Trading community, we do have a good slate of activities, starting with the order map session that Nathan puts on at noon. That's happens every Monday. That's going to be in the webinar room for all of our elite members. If you want to join and want to understand best how to use Atlas and any sort of mapping tools to visualize order volume, then join Nathan at noon. It's a good session, well worth doing. In the evening, we also have our onboarding class. I'll mention that. That's bottom right of this screen. Got to take a look at that onboarding class. That is an important one that that Carlos sets every Monday. That's great to welcome new members. Helps you understand how to make the most out of your Bear Bull Traders membership. That's at 8 p.m. for all membership classes. Other activities today. We're starting a new Monday series here. 2 o'clock today. In the webinar room, Gary is going to be putting on a session we're calling Smart Money Trades, where he's going to be taking a look at, how do you sort of use the various tools at your disposal, and let's make some smart trades. He's got a pretty structured and good trading style. He's a very active trader that trades all day. It's good to understand his perspective and get his support. So that's a 2 p.m. Monday session in the webinar room. So if you wanted to join that, now you know about it. You can join if you're an elite member. It's another member benefit for Bear Bull Traders community members. And last but not least, don't forget about like we talked about this boot camp, which is starting. The onboarding now happens the last Monday of every month, so it's not this Monday. We'll be doing that for the next group, because as we get these guys going, we always want to look forward. So, but just a quick reminder, that'll be at the end of the month. So we'll let you know as that one gets closer. But 3 sessions today, anyways, at noon, at 2 for all of our elite members, and then at 8 p.m. for all membership classes. If you want to join the Bear Bull Trading community, we would welcome you. Just go to bearbulltraders.com and you can find all the information. Scroll down. It is basically the last opportunity to take advantage of that discounted rate on the Elite Trader annual package. This is a great price, so you might want to take advantage of that. You do not lose any time. Whatever, if you're in an active membership right now, this will just be added to the end of your time. So you'll get a full year of value out of that. If you're not ready for that, then the intro is always available. And of course, you can sign up for either of the 2 basic or elite monthly packages if you're interested in those. So go to bearbulltraders.com to get that information. Carlos, we're at the beginning of the year. I started the year, I thought I would start, properly with a nice, I got one of my dad joke t-shirts on. Says,
nice.
Never trust an atom. They make up everything. So always good to have some
pretty
dad
good
jokes hanging around.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that.
And I'm going to give you guys a random holiday rant here. My wife and I went and returned a product. She got a shirt. She needed a different size from a clothing shop. And I've never understood why, retailers don't figure this stuff out, because it's after the holidays. You get the discount sales and stuff like that. And which is fine, but their policy was she just was exchanging it. She ended up getting another one, exact same, different size, right? But their policy was you had to return the one that she'd got before, and it was a gift. We had a gift receipt. We had to return it and then buy a new one. And in the process, we made $5 because it was on sale for an additional $5 off. And I'm like, we really just wanted to exchange it. Why not just say, yeah, no problem, here's the new one, instead of giving me the new one and $5 back? What a seems like a bureaucratic waste of time. And I've got all this paper, all these receipts now for the return and the new buy and everything. And again, I didn't need the $5. I was happy to leave them with the $5. But if you don't want it, fine, I'll take it. Just seems weird. Anyways, I just so so if you're running a store out there, be smart about it, man. Anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, there it is, your rant for the first of the week, Peter. First rant of the week. I like it. I like it. All right, friends, we are ready to go. I think we're set here. I have Tesla, CVX. I have a SMR, NVIDIA, and POTR. So that is my list. Secondary list also on there as well. And we're good to go, friends. Get some levels in place. And first rant of the year. I don't think that's the first rant of the year. I think we got one on. I think we did one on Friday. I probably did. I think you did.
I don't remember.
I think you did.
It's just part of my regular day. So.
Yeah. So we might have done
North
that.
Plains trading is, yes, I hate getting free money back. All right, so yeah, I guess I'm complaining about getting money back, but I'm just saying, I didn't need, I wasn't looking for it, and it just seemed like a silly thing to have done. Inefficiency bothers me, so that felt inefficient. Especially being that, they had to process the refund and then sale, and I had to pull up my credit card. I know, first world problems, not a big deal, but it just, I would have been perfect. I would have been a happier customer if you just said, no problem, I'll make the exchange, and they would have made more money. It just seemed like a more elegant solution. You figure out the paperwork on your own. Don't make me do it. But all right, if you're going to pay me $5 to do your paperwork, then
I'll take it.
Yeah. All right.
All right, there it is. Friends, let's get to it. Let's get to some levels. We'll start with Tesla here, which is on deck this morning. Again, great day yesterday. Let me get this little thing out of the way here. Looking at the daily here. We're surrounded by the highs and lows of the last two trading days. Previous day close showing the big area of support here. We were there a couple of weeks ago, a month or two ago on here, and then retested that on Friday when it has been nothing but red. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 red days. Even the gap ups, slight gap up, red, right? So it just couldn't hit the 500, tried, ran red, and since then it's been just a sea of red for Tesla. Today they're gapping up. Let's see how the market opens, treats them. High of the pre-market today, we're setting it up at 446.15. It's the high, and then your low is going to be down at 443.24. Clearly within the trading day from Friday. I mean, look how massive this day was. And that's all you really need to add as far as levels. Pre-market highs got you covered towards the top. Previous day close and pre-market and yesterday's last trading day's low got you covered towards the bottom. So I'll leave that alone for now. There's really nothing else for you to add on here. All right, next we're going to look at CVX. Obviously, oil in play this morning. This is a big one, up 6%. I think this is the one I'll keep an eye on and see if there's any opportunities. Normally, these stocks don't day trade very well, but obviously big news for them and the way the things can affect their business here are playing a big part. 165 is the low, and once you do that, we're going to zoom out here and go left, and see. Last time we were up here was 2025 March, April, it looks like. So right there, 168.90. And what else do I have? Do I have anything else here? Levels are probably going to be a little bit messy on this thing. Yeah, see, I'm going back to 2022 now. So if I do that, and I probably should be looking at this on a weekly, probably make more sense. Yeah, we'll see what we can get. We're gonna mark here 174.84. Might be a little bit lower, actually 174.50, and we'll leave it there for now. We'll see if anything comes out of this one. Again, I think it is in play. Big gap up for them. We'll see how the market treats it when the heavy volume does come in. SMR has a great pre-market activity, guys. Just check this out. We're up almost 10%, 3.3 million shares traded, so the volume is there. I think it's worth taking a look at today. I had a big day on Friday. Let's see if that's going to continue. 1683 is the high of the pre-market, the low of the pre-market, the high over at 1793. So we'll slam those two levels there. In between that, there is a minor area supporting resistance, not major. You got a little bit of something going on here and here as well. So 1727 is the level that I'm marking there just in case. Look at this high of the pre-market level. See this here? That looks like an area of great support, now acting as resistance in the pre-market. Let's see if it's going to be able to hold that. If we can break through that, next level I see on the daily is going to be this 1893. So SMR looking very good this morning. Love the volume. Typically, I reject this one and put something else instead. But today they're in play. They're really in play. Next is going to be NVIDIA, our good buddy here. Daily looks interesting. We've been just moving up and then going sideways for a bit. Not a whole lot happening. Let's see if today things can get going. Almost up 1.7, 4.2 million shares traded. Also having a great pre-market activity. 192.25 is the high, and then towards the bottom, you're stuck between the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. The low of the pre-market, let's mark that down just in case, 189.52, and we are looking pretty good there. In chat, pre-market meditation says seems like a day for semis. Yeah, there are a lot of semis in play. You look at MU, you look at AMD. They're both in our gap up list from tradingterminal.com. So yeah, I think they're heavily in play. I'm going to go with NVIDIA, and I do have MU and Intel on the secondary list because they look good. They look good today. 194.29 is another level I see there off the daily. Above that, another level on the daily, 195.87 for NVIDIA. Towards the bottom, you got the previous day close, highs and lows for the last 2 trading days. I think you're pretty much set there. We can get a little picky later if we do decide to drop lower. But right now, things are looking positive for NVIDIA. Last but not least, it's going to be PLTR. I'm going to remove some of these older levels. And if we look at this high of the pre-market at the moment, great sell-off on Friday, like many stocks did. This one, Apple, NVIDIA, Tesla, I mean, a lot of stuff sold off really nice on Friday. 175.11 is your high, and then your low is hanging out at 173 towards the bottom. Highs and lows for the last 2 trades. Oh, hold on a second. I'm doing it on the 5-minute, but you guys are not seeing the right ticker here. There it is. So 175.11 and then 173 towards the bottom is the low of the pre-market for PLTR. And if we look a little bit lower, we do have an area over at 170. Just in case you do drop. But again, we're still within this massive red candle from Friday, but we got plenty of levels in between in case we need to get something going here. All right, and that's pretty much it for me, friends. That's what I have. Peter, what is our team watching? What does it look like there for our moderators?
All right. Yes, our team is starting to get their list together. We'll start with Jared today, who's going to be watching Tesla, Micron, and the oil stocks. So we'll let him keep an eye on those because, as we said, I don't typically like to trade them. He's also going to be watching MNTS and the nuclear sector. So we'll see if any of those get going. Thor is going to be watching his usual futures contracts. Mike has got Tesla on the list. Brian's going to be watching Tesla, NVIDIA. Hi ho silver, he says. I like it. And SMX. So yeah, silver has been a going concern, hasn't it? And it continues to sit near the all-time highs. It had a little bit of a pullback for a few days, but it looks like it's ready to go test those highs once again. Thor, we already covered him. I'm going to be watching Tesla, NVIDIA, AMD. I've got Intel, so a lot of semis there. PLTR, SMR, and then SIDU. We did talk about it. Lower price stock, but it's definitely got volume this morning, so we'll see if it can make anything of it. Phil is going to be watching AMD, NVIDIA, ExxonMobil, Tesla, and CoreWeave. And Megan, she's got herself focused right on CoreWeave, thinking it's going to make a good move for her today. So whatever you're watching, trade smart, guys. We've got about 6.5 minutes, a little bit more until the market open. Take a deep breath. Let's get ready for this. Don't force any trades, right? We got a whole year to trade here. So, let's not, you don't have to make it all work right now. Coming out of the gate with a bang usually backfires, and it's not the bang you're hoping for. So, let's, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, you know what? Wait for another opportunity. So, let's trade smart today, and I think we can have a start to a great year. And I've lost Carlos. And still no Carlos. All right, I'll keep going then. Our live traders are going to be coming in with Brian and Andrew. They will be clocking in here soon, I think. Let's see. Are they in the chat room? I know Brian is. He's got his list going. He's there. Apparently, Andrew bought him a new sign. I want to know what the sign is that he bought him. Is it another one like the one he had? Is it something altogether new? I really don't know. I don't see Andrew anywhere, though. Andrew's gonna join in there. Brian, look, Brian's changed the orientation of his camera. It's throwing me all off. We're looking at it differently. So, all right. And good morning, Brian. We could almost tell if he's wearing pants or not. So, poor Brian. This has been the same joke for years, right? As to whether he's wearing pants or not.
All right. Let me go
Two
ahead and
printers. Yeah,
disconnect.
Brian, he's got to print lots of stuff. But I never noticed that. You're right. He's got two printers going on there. So,
Got a lot to
in any
print.
event, all right. And let me, I'm going to message Andrew, make sure that he's awake.
All right, we'll let Brian do his thing here. I'm going to switch it over. We'll stick around with YouTube and X here
your mic
this morning.
Carlos, your mic's doing that thing again.
Okay. All right, I'll refresh. Be right back.
All right. Okay. Guys, I don't know. Right at the open here, I'm not sure what to take a look at. This SIDU, I sort of like to look at it just from a volume perspective. I mean, we're at 17 million shares now. Every time I look, there's another million shares having been traded. It's up 15%, but is gapping down at the moment as it's been moving down for the last hour or so. So I think that you got to be careful with this if it's one that you choose to trade. CVX, on the other hand, I think that you got to, this is a NYSE stock. So remember, you've got to wait for that volume to come in. And only once the volume hits, should you really consider taking any heavy trade on it, in my opinion. So, because the New York Stock Exchange stocks have a tendency of doing that, where they won't move until the volume hits, or they won't pick a direction. So just be careful with that. I'm going to keep an eye on the semis. You know, they're always good for some movement. And I still don't trust Intel. I got to admit, I don't really trust it to give us a good move, but if it does work, I'll be ready for it. All right, we back, Carlos? Are you back?
Yep. I am
He's
back.
I am excellent. Back. All right.
Very good. Okay. All right, all set, my friends. All right, let's get
SMR
stuff ready.
SMR
all right, 3 minutes
moving.
to the market open. 1 minute, 5 minute, and let's see what we got.
Oh, Andrew is on his way.
Yeah, I saw him texting in our YouTube chat, so I know he's up.
Okay.
So it should be
right.
making his way into the office. All right, I'm just typing in my tickers in my spreadsheet here. Tesla, SMR, NVIDIA, PLTR, MU, Intel for the secondary, Citus, and ONDS.
Yes, Citus. I know somebody said, "Hey, I can't get the Citus ticker to work. It's just SIDU."
Oh,
you got to take the S.
I have extra S. I'm like, why is it not showing up?
Yeah, there you go. You're doing the same thing.
I'm like, why is that showing up? Here, let me fix that there. Over in our banner. There we go. All taken care. Friends, 2 minutes to the market open, or a little bit less. If you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. It helps us out a ton. We'd love to get back to our regular numbers. Good morning to Mike from the Dominican Republic. You still there, Mike? You still there? Still hanging out? I think Mike goes up for like a month.
Yeah, he's
goes like a month and a half. Forgets about the world. I love it.
Yeah, why not?
Yep. Juan Cruz Ronaldo, and thanks for catching Maduro. Yeah, that's a big topic, man. But you know what? I want to hear from people that actually live there. I want to know from people that actually live there what they think. Because everybody could have their opinion, but you don't live there, so it doesn't really matter. I want to know from people there. Like, are you? Because even Venezuelans that are here, you know, they have their opinions too. But I want people that are living there. Like, how do you feel about this? You know, that's what we want to hear. That's the one that matters. Because if you're not living it, you don't know. You think you know, but you don't know. You know, so
we'll momentous. Okay, so MNTS, this seems to be another company that's benefiting from the Golden Shield contract. So Citus, I think Citus was the other one, and MNTS. So both getting a boost today. We'll see. We'll see what happens with these. Yeah,
Citus Space.
MNTS is up on similar volume here to Citus.
Yeah, very interesting situation here. This looks very high tech and fancy. So.
They should, if they're going to be building some advanced
Yeah.
weapons systems. All right, here's the
I hope
opening
so.
bell, everybody. Trade smart. Let's see what we get. We're getting a pullback here in Tesla.
All right, friends.
You know what I gotta do? I gotta fire up.
Tom, what's the edge here on this channel? A couple, because I got my strategy, which we can't get into it too much right now. We got Peter's different strategies he does. So when we get a little more slower time later after the open, we can go into actual more details about our edges, right? As far as our trading edge and what builds them, what makes them, why we like them, all that good stuff. So we'll get into that. Oh, you're new here. Welcome. Be sure to subscribe. And yeah, we will definitely get into that after a couple of minutes of the market open. So stick around. We'd love to have you. NVIDIA right now, friends, doing some stuff. Again, I'm looking for a 1 minute engulfing pattern, very clean 1 minute engulfing pattern. That's the only thing I trade before the 5 minute mark. So an SMR doing a good short. That's a beautiful pullback to the VWAP. 1 minute RB entry would have been here. Again, that's a tough, very tough and quick trade. Not jumping in on that right now, but that would have been, that would have been nice. Let's see where it goes here. SMR, which has been extremely active in the pre-market. NVIDIA also doing setting up for a nice 1 minute engulfing, 1 minute RB as well. Look at that pullback to the VWAP. See if it tests the high of the pre-market. This is something Andrew will be in long because he likes to trade long. He loves NVIDIA. Yeah. This is something he would have been long. So I'm not sure if that's his desk already, but this is he missed this trade if it's not his desk because this is so
he's in.
He's in. Okay. Yeah. That is his strategy.
I was I did try and go long Tesla here now because it's not working because Tesla's dropping, so that didn't work out for me.
Oh man. Yeah.
So I thought, last year that was a good trade. Not so much so far this year.
Yep. Look at that.
Tesla's got some bad news. Well, yeah. Not directly, indirectly bad news. So,
yeah, the delivery numbers were not hot, man. Right? They were pretty pretty rough, and I suspect people were thinking they were going to be rough because Tesla started dropping. Well, before the numbers came out, right? So I think people started getting an idea. It was not going to be pretty. Oh, NVIDIA came back. Disappointing, NVIDIA. All right, just trying to hold here. This could be nice. Get back up to the high of the day there. POTR. Wow, so many great 1 minute ORBs, guys. To the downside, POTR was one of them. SMR this set up very well. Didn't work out eventually here, but this set up very nice. Let's see if we.
Oh yeah, come on, baby, baby.
Are you in Tesla long? Are you in Tesla long?
Oh yeah, you bet.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Here, let's
nice.
Let's put it up on the screen for you. Oh,
Tesla will deliver 0 cars.
I didn't do that after I rejoined.
And fanboys will push it up 10%. Yes, Racer. That is exactly 100%. Their stocks are like that. You got Apple that's like that. We always make fun of Apple. They could come out with a brick with the Apple logo on it and carved in on a just regular sized brick, and people will buy it. That's just how strong. When you build a strong brand, that's the repetition you get. So I agree. Here's NVIDIA breaking out, guys. Beautiful breakout. Andrew is in on this. He's gonna get the payout there. Got in for a 1 minute ORB. I gotta start trading this strategy. I gotta start adding that to the mix. SMR coming back up over here. This could be a good 5 minute ORB, friends. This stock's been strong all morning. Look at the 5 minute range. Let's see how this closes. If it can stay above the VWAP, give us a nice pull back to the VWAP and stay strong. Could be a nice 5 minute ORB. And even an engulfing one too. If we can close red and go higher. Let's see. Looking out for that one for a possible long play here. And for you, Tesla, my friend, what's your entry on here, man? 451 coming up.
447.27. You can see it. I've got it on my shared screen.
Oh, that is
so.
There it is. Love that. Nice, nice, nice.
There we go. We'll just
see that. Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
It took me 3 tries. The first one was a loss. The second one ended up break even. This one now is paying for them all. So
that's it, man. That's it. Risk management.
All right, I'm trying to trade a little more actively here at the Open. So we'll see if this works actively for me. But
SMR is rejecting back below the VWAP. NVIDIA as well, trying to hold the VWAP. BOTR, big drop. Man, I don't see anything hitting my my stuff here. Come on. NVIDIA dropping. SMR.
All right, I gotta get my Atlas. Come on, Atlas. Atlas.
I think CVS.
Come on, Atlas.
CVS
452.
short.
That's what I want. You gotta get up the. Problem is, there's a bunch of orders down at 449. Wow, NVIDIA dropped here again.
Okay, that's not the way you trade.
Well, the Ender indicator is good. He's also long Tesla.
That's good.
He just added, so maybe.
I'm going long SMR here for 5-minute ORB engulfing. I like the breakout here. So right just above 1793, which is a level that we had. I think that was at one point the high of the pre-market prior to a couple of minutes the market open. So let's see if it goes. So long SMR. Here's the trade on this. It's a 5-minute engulfing off the body. So I like that here. Let's see if we can get to 1830. That'll be awesome. So that's where I'll be looking to take my first partial. If we can get the momentum, it's been strong. Let's see if it has any juice left to get going. So let's see if it can push. And Tesla, little consolidation here, Peter.
Yeah, it took another partial up here. So it didn't push as high. I might just jump all out if it gets over 452. I'm running short of shares. Maybe I should add. I don't know, but Andrew added at the right spot, of course, as he does.
Yeah, remember we're gonna adding to our strategy this year, even if it's just a little bit, just to kind of get the strategy in place. So I'll be looking to add. And
here we go.
There you go, Peter. You're getting the move, baby. There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Again, if we get over 452, I'm going to get all out.
Yeah.
We'll see if we get there.
All right, let's see SMR doing his thing. Very nice. See if we can get rocking and rolling here. Andrew's taking some partial. He added to TSLA. Took some partials already. And if you want to see Andrew trade live, friends, you can see it over at bearwithtrace.com. Head on over there, see Andrew, Brian. These guys do their thing. Oh, I got too many Brians. Well, how many Brians I got? Look how many Brians I got. I got 2 Brians. One is steady focus on one strategy, and the other one is looking for something. Got a bunch of Brians. Yeah, lots of Brians. Good stuff. All right, 1830.
We might not get there.
1830 SMR. This is the high of the pre-market. Right? This is the new high of the pre-market. 1834. Just mark that right there. This is the previous high. When we did our levels, we did get a beautiful break up. Let's see if we can break from that now. We're struggling a little bit. Oh, yes. Okay. Very nice. We're going to take
Carlos,
a partial.
You got that move?
Yeah, let's take a partial right over here. Let's take a partial. The symbol.
Wow, look at NVIDIA drop.
Symbol change. Ah, come on. Missed a good partial at 1840. Um, see if we can push higher. AVGO is a bloodbath. I'll look at that in a second here. I want to see if if SMR can get above to 1840 again. This is a good move up right now.
AVGO, wow, AVGO, yeah, it's all red candles this morning on Broadcom. It's just
partial
moving down.
Here. AVGO. Oh, dag. That is
yeah, it's all
what's going on? What's happening? Seems aggressive. I mean, it could just be normal, but this seems a little bit more going on under the hood here with the way this thing is dropping. Down 3%, and that's just from the previous day close. Was up at least maybe 2%, 1%. Hard to tell here. Let's take a look. SMR. Okay, I did take a partial on SMR. We did pull back. Look at this drop, man. So glad I took that partial. Let's see. This is typical nicey price action trading on SMR. You could just see it, like it is not your regular stuff. Trading.com. Let me see how the market atlas looks for this, because we normally don't trade a lot of nicey tickers. So we'll love to see how the market atlas looks on something like this. We're gonna type in here SMR and see what our.
There we go. Let's do it this time. Come on.
Give another try here.
There.
Oh yeah, that looks so good, man.
There it is.
That looks good.
I'm out. I'm out.
Very nice.
As promised. I'm getting
you're
out
out,
over
you're
452. Out. So.
Wait, you're out completely?
I only had. Yeah, I didn't have many shares left, so it was my profit target. That's where I wanted to get to. So. I'll just. It's not worth the risk, right? Because this thing is bouncing like $2 a minute, almost. Yeah. So I just figure I'll take it out there, and I'm happy with that.
Happy with the results. That's it, man. Play the strategy.
So we'll see. Maybe I left some money on the table. Maybe not. You never know.
You didn't leave money on the table because leaving money on the table is, it's not there for you to leave right now. So this you took the money from the table.
Exactly. Yeah. I made my, I had a strategy. I stuck to it. That's what was important to me to start this trading day. So, wow, look at NVIDIA. The semis are all just dropping heavy here off the open, really. Like NVIDIA gave hope for a moment that it was going to go higher, but then look at it drop. And like somebody pointed out, Broadcom is just all red candles this morning. That just looks brutal. So that's
look at the market atlas on SMR. You can see the difference between like our regular NASDAQ stuff and just SMR, right? You can see how tight this is. So does look bullish, but again, these New York Stock Exchange trades so much different. So we'll see how it does here. We'd love to be look at this 1930, huge number up there. We'd love to be at 1850 though. 1850, 1840. If we could break from that, would be nice. But we'll see. We'll hang out here for a little bit and see what it wants to do. CVX, I thought about a short on here. I mean, it's gapping up, but we really don't know how everything's going to shake out, right? With what's going on in Venezuela and the oil and all that stuff. So it's going to take a bit to actually see results from that. Like everything doesn't happen overnight. So you got the initial gap up, and listen, man, it's a big gap up. Like if you're holding something at a 150 and you wake up this morning and immediately you got a $15 pop. I don't know about you, but I'll be taking some profits, so it could be a whole lot there. I'm not saying that's what's happening, but it could be so many things, and it might not stay like this. We're not even an hour into the market open. It can always rebound and head higher, so we just don't know. All right, SMR, come on, baby. You want 1850, 1930 after that. Let's go get it. Let's do this. There it is, back at 1840. This is a big level of resistance here. So if we can break above that, not just break, we could settle above that. That'd be awesome. Start using this as support. Will be amazing if we can do that. So right now patterns look good for it. Let's see if we actually can make it happen. If SMR pops another 10 cents, I'll be very happy. Another 10 cents from here, yeah, I'll be very happy. From 1834, absolutely. NVIDIA did drop. POTR back up. So that's good. SMR struggling with this 1834. And Tesla to the moon. 140, 453 on this. Michael partialing Amazon.
Tesla.
Amazon.
Testing 440, 454. Okay, so Mike is going to be into February, but now he's going to Europe for a couple of weeks. Nice, man. Nice. End of January. He's probably going to Spain, I'm betting.
Ah, yes. Spain.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right, let's see here. Wow. Tesla is on fire, and we're just dabbling here with this 1840. So if you guys took this long, great job. Let's see if we can get the breakout. There it is.
Oh, Tesla. Beautiful.
Don't look at it. Doesn't you had your plan.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
I got my target. I'm happy to watch it. I'm happy that it's going higher. That's okay.
Exactly. That's all that matters. All right, 1845 on SMR. I feel like this can go. Market Atlas has us all the way to 1930. I mean, obviously that's a stretch the way this thing moves so slow. If we could get 1850, I'll be very happy. I'll take another parcel there at 1850. Let's see. 1850. Oh, wow. Come on. Go get it. 1848. Having a difficult time. You are long Tesla. Yeah, if you guys took long Tesla, if you had a... Oh, okay. Partial. Yes. 1850. Very nice. All right, another partial here on the SMR. On our 5-minute ORB engulfing strategy, man, for the win today. $18.60. RP Gaming cover MU all out. Very nice. What is MU? MU was oh man, the shorts were great today, guys. A couple of really good shorts. MU, POTR at the beginning did recover after that. CVX did a nice short here as well. I almost took this one, but I don't know. It's very difficult with this price action with these tickers. I almost took that for a 5-minute RB, but glad I took SMR instead. I think it was the better trade. There it is. Andrew, long TSL and short NVIDIA. So good stuff, guys. So there it is, Andrew, in chat. Short and long on both of those. So very nice. Should I buy Chevron? I don't know, man. It depends what your plan is. I have no idea. I have no idea. Are you opening up an oil rig down in Venezuela? Well, what's the plan here? I don't know. I don't know. So I'm not sure. But it is in play today. It definitely is in play. But you gotta have a strategy, right? What is your strategy? That's the more important thing. What's the strategy? And then that will tell you whether you buy, sell, short, or whatever you're looking to do. Happy Bull 2025. We gotta update your name here. You gotta be Happy Bull now 2026. We don't want you falling behind. We don't want you falling behind, my friend. All right, come on. Let's get plus or at +1 or something. I don't know, but nice. You took Tesla long as well. You're running out of shares. Yeah, it's a good problem to have. It's a good problem to have. So good stuff. Took it long. Microsoft close to triple bottom. On a daily, I assume you're looking at. I'll take a look here. Oh, yeah, I see it. Yeah. Got a nice. If you look at the daily, yeah, I mean, whatever this support is, this is very big support from Microsoft. So it loves staying above that. That's for sure. All right, SMR. Nice. Still holding my SMR here. My Atlas is turning is very balanced out right now for SMR. Very balanced out. Like this is now, you can see we moved up to 1840, 1850, and now we're really balanced out both long and short. So I don't know, man. I'm up 40 cents here as it pulls down. 2 parcels in already, but not sure how long this can hold up here before it starts testing my entry again. So I'm not sure if I want to stick around for that. Let's see. Let's see if we can get anything else.
I can't see the chat. Is there a chat going on in X? I can't seem to see it.
Yeah, I had it up. There is. Because there's nobody talking.
Oh, maybe. But I've got nothing. No. We are here.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nobody talking. Okay, that's why. They're very quiet over on X. There it is. Utsam 3858.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I thought it was me.
Oh, no, it's not you.
Okay.
Not you. They're there.
You're live.
They're in the shadows.
Okay.
Working in the shadows there. Oh, very nice. Oh, SMR treating us so well today.
Yeah, giving you the pop.
If I had a more of a cushion, I probably would add it here. But I don't know. Adding is tough. I got to get away from that mentality. Just add a little bit. Just add 10 shares, just to get used to that. All right, here we are, another partial, friends, and man, this thing is wow. Look at the ask now. Look at the ask building up here. So
I don't understand. Weird ads, Carlos. Ever since the last month, so it was probably through the month of December in this last month, I am getting a constant barrage of these clearly AI generated ads that I don't understand what the messaging is exactly. Where it's always an attractive young lady who is saying, my dad is over 50. How can he get in shape? And the answer is always, they show these ridiculously AI generated dudes with abs, and they're like older guys with like crazy abs that is totally impossible if you're over 50 for like 99.9% of the population. Anyways, yes. And the answer is do Tai Chi. We've got this Tai Chi program that you can join, and then you will like apparently be this ripped ab guy with an attractive daughter. I don't understand I just keep getting that like thing. Over and over again. I'm not sure.
It's a very weird thing.
It's just odd. It's odd. So I'm like, well, I already have the attractive daughters, so I guess I don't have to. Maybe I don't need the Tai Chi. The ads are just confusing to me.
Yeah. Anyways. I seen those. I've seen those as well.
All right, so other people, the ripped monk. Yeah, okay, so I'm not the only one. You guys are, them because you're getting them too. It's just an odd. They're pervasive. I'm telling you, they're working hard to convince me I need to do Tai Chi to become like some ripped older dude. Which, yeah, they're all Tai Chi. Okay, so I'm not alone. Thank you, everybody. I'm glad I mentioned it then, because I thought I thought these were custom generated for me or something. I don't know what they were trying to tell me, but anyways, all right, I'm not alone.
Uh, Nitty Slay, please help. What do I buy? Nothing. Buy nothing. Because if you're asking, don't buy anything. No. If you're asking, the answer is nothing, right?
Yeah.
So,
couple things are moving today. If you're on the right side of it, Chevron looks like it went down. The Sidus SIDU dropped off the open. It's now red this morning. On the other side, Rigetti. We weren't putting a lot of focus on the quantum stocks, but RGTI has a good move higher. It was a little iffy right at the open, but it's made a move higher now. PLTR has been a little choppy. And Carlos, you're still in SMR, right? As it's moving higher here?
Yep.
Didn't quite get to 19?
Nah, didn't quite get to it. I did take another partial right below this 1893 level I have here. It's a daily level, so I took a partial there. Just in case, just in case this is the end, like the 007 song.
Right.
I took one there. Ramad Bahaya. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Rahman, it could be just Rahman. But welcome, man. Welcome to the Lambos and Garbage Truck family. We're happy to have you as we're building this amazing community of you guys. So thank you so much for joining. And that reminds me, we're doing a giveaway today. We're doing our Lambos and Garbage Truck members are going to have a chance to win a funded account a little bit later. So make sure you stick around for that. Funded account gets you access to 90 days of trading on a $50,000 buying power account. So we'll do that free one later today. So stick around for that. And every day, we're doing it every day as well. We had a couple of winners already since we started doing this every day, and we'll do it again a little bit later. All right, I'm happy with this partial right now because things are turning around. Again, I don't think the party's over. It's just coming back now to the 9 moving average, and we'll see where we go from here. How do I get in the straw? So you have to be a Lambos and Garbage Truck member. So you see the people with the nice little green names. They get access to the giveaway, right? And once in a while, we do giveaways for everyone as well. We give away some books here and there, some audiobooks. But the every single day one is for the Lambos and Garbage Truck members. I think you get in for $5, right? The way to do that, if you want to be a Lambos, here's a link, barrytrace.com/YouTube. I think it's $5 a month and gets you into the Lambos and Garbage Truck family. Plus access to videos and all kinds of stuff in our YouTube channel. Plus emojis. Like, who does not want to have emojis, right? Who does not want to have the garbage truck, right? Look at that. We got Thor. Thor will be back today. Look at Thor's face here. So make sure when Thor comes on, you guys blast him with his face. With the emoji face. So yeah. All right, SMR is just doing this nice little. I'm gonna slow down on the partials now. I got 3 in. I got 4 partials in actually. All right, so I gotta slow down on the partials a little bit. Let's see if we can make the little bit that I have.
What's your next target? Have you got a target?
I don't know. Maybe it would just be like when we lose to 9 or something. I don't know. Let's see. I changed my mind very quickly once we start heading higher. Done that before.
But also. Do you have a pullback point at which you would add? What's your plan? We said we're going to try and keep each other honest on this.
Peter's getting to where he's getting to. I see where you're getting to the meat of the stuff here. I don't have a plan of where to add. Well. You're absolutely right. I don't. Should it be here, bouncing off the 9, or should I wait to bounce off the 20? I don't have a plan. Because to me, the way I'm reading this is this might be over. So why would I add, right? It's a very weird concept.
Well, I would say look at this look at the consolidation area that it put in around 18, just below 1840. So see how it like back between 940 and 950, it was using that. It looks like a pretty flat level. Exactly. So I would say if it gets to there and bounces, that would be an area for consideration for add. That's the way I would play it. But
I agree.
again, would it work or not? I don't know. Like if it breaks through and goes lower than 1840, I'd probably say, yeah, there's no adding.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably going to get
Yeah.
stopped out. But if it
Yeah.
holds there and looks like it's going to go higher, you might want to add when it comes back up
Mm-hmm.
through 1850. But we'll see. Unfortunately,
See, I like
it's
that.
showing
Yeah.
it's showing you right now whether it's going to do that or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That makes perfect sense. And that's what we'll do. And that's not gonna be a lot, guys. It's gonna be literally probably like well, this is $18 stock, so we could probably do like 50 shares, right? It's just testing to see
yeah,
if this adding thing works. Yeah.
exactly.
It's gonna be very low. It's not gonna affect my average too much. And our stop right now is at break even, right? So
See,
it gets to
but
break even, we'll be out of this completely. So let's see what it does.
yeah. So it's busted through that area we just described, which to me is
Yeah,
not a good sign, right?
not a good sign.
It's looking
Yeah,
weaker
yeah.
than you would hope. I wanted to see it hold there. Now, it might still hold. I mean, these areas are
Mm-hmm.
always ranges, especially when
Right.
you're adding, but anyways, the point was more, guys, and I'm mentioning this explicitly because hey, we both said, Carlos and I both said we wanted to get better at adding. So it's
Yeah,
about trying to
yeah,
visualize. So what's your plan, right? Do you understand what you would be
yeah,
looking to do? So it's not just a random act every time. Because there's no way you can make that into a strategy if you're doing something different every time. You've got no plan behind it. So in
yeah,
here, we had a
yeah.
plan. It broke the rule of the plan we just outlined for you guys, which tells me clearly you're not going to add at this
Mm-hmm.
point.
Mm-mm.
And
No way.
and now if it comes back to your break even, I guess you would just be out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a hard stop for us here. I break even slightly higher, just so I don't get any slippage. I don't want to give anything back of what we made
Right.
here. So maybe right at 1805, maybe. We'll be on the lookout for that.
Right. So
Um,
and
yeah, go ahead, Peter.
and another approach could have been like we know the VWAP is a big number, so it could
It's
have
another
been,
one.
well, you're
Yeah.
going to wait for a pullback to VWAP because the VWAP is slightly above your entry, it looks like. I
Mm-hmm.
think you got a little bit of room there. So
Yeah, I
you
do.
could
Yeah.
say, well, if it touches the VWAP and supports, like you could have added right about here, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's about understanding what it is you want to do before it happens.
Yeah, it's
So then you're
having
just
that
executing
outlook
on a
plan.
plan.
It's having that plan ready because yeah, you don't want to be doing it on the fly. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Makes
Right.
perfect sense. A couple of great questions in chat here. So on the funded account, does the $99 a month for basic have the funded account? Is that trading terminal? No. So trading terminal tools is $99 a month, gets you everything that trading terminal has, right? So it will include the scanners, market atlas, the replay simulator, and the live simulator, the journaling. It gets you everything that's on there just for 99 bucks. And then if you want to add the funded account, you can. You have to have a membership. If you want to add the funded account, you can. The funded account is $299, and that is for the buying power of 50,000 for 3 months, right? That's the way it works.
It gives you 3 months. Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's
3 months of
That's not a
trading.
month. That's a one-time cost for the funded account. Now,
Yes,
obviously,
good point. Mm-hmm.
it is a true funded account. You're not trading real money, but you could make real money off of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, just for anybody who's still not familiar with how that works, Andrew will pay you out. He's looking to try and help people develop good trading habits, and he'll pay real money. So if you successfully complete the program you have to trade consistently over the 3 months. There's a couple rules just to make sure people aren't gaming the system, but other than that, it's just about trading your trades and seeing if you can make it profitable.
Yeah.
Now,
All right. So
interesting
I'm adding
comment
here.
here. Oh, you're deciding
Yeah.
to add.
So
Okay.
I'm adding here of the bounce of the VWAP. Let's see if it holds. Again, guys,
Okay.
literally, I just put in 20 shares. That's it. It's just to see,
Okay.
to start testing this out. If it makes sense, if it makes us more profitable, then we'll go a little more aggressive. But for right now, 20 shares didn't really affect my average price, and we'll see if it makes sense if we head back up to the high of the day. Like this will be anytime if we get even to here 1880, this will be a win. This will be a good win, and as far as the ad
Right.
goes. Peter, you're saying questions,
Right.
comments?
Cameron had an interesting question. Well, it wasn't a question. He made a statement. He said, "I'm better in the funded than in his real account." So,
Oh yeah.
or was this James? Was he quoting James? I don't know. Anyways, it's a little confusing there. But anyways, whoever made it. What's interesting to me is that is a great place to do some analysis then, right? I hope you're taking a journal of all your trades, whether you're taking them in a real account or a funded account. You should be doing that. And you should be journaling your state of mind, your intent, your trading strategy. Don't just journal, I entered here, I took partials here, I exited there. You can get that off of electronic tools later. That's easy. What you want to journal is the stuff that you can actually sort of assess, right? What was I thinking? Why did I take this action? Why didn't I take this other action? That's to me the stuff that's a lot more valuable. It takes a little longer to journal and it takes a little more work to assess afterwards. But from that, you can figure out, so why? Why would you be doing better in a simulated account than a real account? By the way, very common statement, right? A lot of people do much better in a simulated account than they do live. So, often it's because you trade with less stress, right? You're not overanalyzing your trades. You take trades that, you might not otherwise have done. So you need to determine is that's what's happening? And then why are you doing that? So how do you bring that ability to be more relaxed into your live trading, right? And that's the big challenge. Now, it might be something completely different, right? Maybe you're taking more trades or less trades, or you're trading differently altogether. But only by assessing that using your journal data can you try and figure out why. Why is it different? So, all right, Carlos, it's
Agreed.
looking okay. It
Yeah,
looks like the
looking
movement
okay.
has slowed down.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as active as it was 10, 15
Yeah,
minutes ago.
yeah. And the volume too. You can
But
see the
yeah,
the
volume's
difference in
dropping.
volume as well. Yep. So let's see. Let's see. We're trying to push your nice bounce off the VWAP. And let's see if we can get above this 9, this 20. A retest of the high of the day is what I'll be looking for. That'll be awesome to get up there. I'll sell my 20 units. I'll sell them up there. um, Question on how to join the
Tesla.
giveaway. So the giveaway is very easy, guys. We'll do it later. All you have to do is do the hashtag that I announce when we do it. And if your name is in green here, if you're part of the Lambos and Garbage Truck, you enter into the giveaway. You'll see the names come up, and we'll just pick somebody random for the win. What's not random is how low our likes are today, 264. So we would love to get that a little bit higher, friends. Let's get to 400. We have 900. I like that. We have 969 people watching. That's much more better than what we saw for the 2 weeks of Fridays when you guys are trading. I get it. Holidays, people taking off, enjoying family time. But we're back to business, right? So help us get there. Help us get to that 400. Really appreciate it if you're enjoying the show. And if you're new here, like many people sometimes are, consider subscribing. We're live every day. The market is open. Peter and I would take us from 8:30 all the way to 12. Andrew and Brian come on next. Then you have Thor and Nathan and a special guest on Wednesday. So definitely help us out there. All right. SMR did a spike to 1860 and just like struggling, long or short. Just lost like all the momentum. So let's see, but we'll be patient. CVS became a beautiful short. Anybody take this 5-minute ORB? This became, I mean, you got the drop, and I love when stocks never come back up and test your entry. So you're just in the driver's seat, and then it's just trickling lower and lower. You're down almost $3.50 from this entry. So hopefully you guys took that in chat. So let's see. Peter, you're saying Tesla?
Yeah, somebody was asking about Tesla. Do I think it's a mountain pass here? No, it's a little shallow for a mountain pass, the way I would normally assess it. The other challenge I've got with it is it didn't actually do it. There was no real volume at the high of day here, which was interesting to me. So I like to see more increased, sort of volume when it hits those levels. And the fact that it didn't do that tells me I don't know. Like, I just don't know if it's going to reverse, if it's going to go higher. One way or the other, it doesn't look like a great candidate for a high of day, a mountain pass for me. So
Yeah. All right, SMR's work. Our ad is working. I'm more excited about the ad than anything else. I like that. Well, no, not more excited than the trade. So this is a beautiful trade. Let's not kid ourselves. This was a very nice 5-minute ORB. It's nice when the plan works out perfect like that. Let's see if we can get the move going here. AMD, yeah, AMD short too. Yeah, AMD was also a beautiful short. Lost the VWAP, retested the VWAP. This is your entry here. Where's the 5 minute? 5 minute. Oh yeah, five. You know what? Even 5 minute would have been actually really nice. Look at this 5 minute candle. People might say it's a green candle. This to me is so bearish. When you got this selling pressure like this candle opens up. This is a great 5 minute ORB as well. That is so nice. That candle set up like that, a selling pressure. Yeah, that is good. NVIDIA. Also, there was a lot more plays to the downside. Although stuff is still green. Like if you look at NVIDIA, still green. PLTR still green.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that's sold off. Tesla. You know.
And it's interesting to me on this day that my trades are long, which is not typical for me. So, but that's
well,
what I saw.
You took the only one that probably took off and still green. And it's right. Like Tesla is the only one that didn't really sell off like that. I mean, this thing just took off. AVGO sold off massively as well.
Yeah, it was a big sell-off, actually, a big move.
SMR is just going sideways here. No clear direction on what it wants to do. We're just waiting to see what else can we find here, friends. What else? MU wrapping itself slightly above the previous day close here. Intel lower. Not much coming off our secondary list here. So, all right, friends. All right. Don't see anything else. We'll keep looking. We'll keep monitoring. See what else comes up. But for the most part, nothing yet.
Look how flat NVIDIA's gone, which is interesting. It really just sort of died off here.
Yeah, a couple of things are giving these flat vibes. MU, I mean, look at it. MU, PLTR, NVIDIA, SMR. It's like somebody turned off the trading faucet here, the volume faucet. Just everything's going sideways, except Tesla. Someone just said, all right, guys, that's enough. Let's go back to, let's just ease into the week. Let's not get all crazy. All right, I have to look at Oklo. Let's take a look. Oklo, yeah, Oklo was also. You mentioned this briefly earlier today. Overall here, so yeah, Oklo did get going.
Yeah,
and
because we were talking about SMR and Oklos and in that same area.
Yep, they're all in play this morning. Oklo was a good one. I did like the way SMR traded today, though. I gotta say the price action was a little bit better, had tons of volume. But yeah, either one of those you could have traded. KTOS though was probably it's my least favorite out of all of these. But again,
looks like Tesla might get the 455. Let's see if it can hit that number.
Let's see.
It's close. 5 cents away. 2 cents away officially. 454.98. But it's struggling. Come on. See if we can do it.
Yep.
I'm not in it anymore, but
no, Andrew's
still in it.
Yeah. Andrew's taking some partials here.
He added at a smart area, which gave him a little bit more incentive to stay. I just took my partials and took my money and ran.
It's going, guys. Going.
Well, officially Tesla went over 455. I didn't even really see it, but somebody, there you go. Now it's over.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, it's above that. SMR for me is just still literally sideways. Like we're holding on to this 1850.
So
get a couple of spikes up and then right back down to it.
Random non-trading thing, because I've got I've got an ad here happening right underneath the chat here on YouTube. I know.
Okay. You got an ad?
And yeah, they always put an ad in there just as like a static ad. And this one it's wanting me to click this sponsored ad to go to a place called Get Honey AI. I don't want to advertise them, but for a realistic AI girlfriend. I always find these are also very amusing to me because of course I'm old, so I don't understand why would I want an AI girlfriend to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And aside from the obvious reasons of sending me fake, like, nude pictures or something, right? Okay. But why do I want a realistic AI girlfriend? I don't, isn't the whole point to have something that's totally non-realistic? I don't want anybody that's going to tell me I'm a disappointment and I'm not taking out the garbage regularly. Don't I want a non-realistic AI girlfriend? Don't I want a girlfriend that's just going to compliment me and tell me what a wonderful person I am?
Oh boy.
Anyways,
That's
all
funny.
right.
That's funny.
Just me joking, but I just find it interesting how they're always like they're promoting how realistic it is. I'm like, I think that's exactly, isn't it fantasy? Isn't it
Yeah.
realism is exactly what people want to avoid? If I had a realistic girlfriend, she probably wouldn't look like any of the people who you're giving me either. Because, like,
Mm.
there's not a lot of supermodel, 20-something supermodel girlfriends that are looking to date 55-year-old me out there. So, you know,
Well,
anyways,
depends where you go.
it just
Depends what
it just
country you're
amuses
in.
me.
Depends what country you're in.
I guess maybe. All right, fair enough. That's true. I did spend some time in Cambodia and Thailand with my son, and
I went to
it's shocking.
Thailand.
It's
and
shocking
yeah,
to walk around the
yeah.
streets at night. Oh my goodness. To see
That's,
all these fat looking white dudes like me with people whom they shouldn't be with. Anyways.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm giving Frank Castle saying you're giving the AI companies ideas. I mean, I would have thought they'd think of this already, but anyways, never mind. It just amuses me. So much amuses me
Yes.
in life right now. I like to rant at you guys because I find it amusing. I also find just so many of the ads these days and stuff very amusing. So I just thought I'd share my amusement with you. That's
It's
all.
a different world. Different world, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
This feels like the new revolution of, remember back when, Carlos, I mean, you're probably on the verge of being old enough when dating apps started.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like I'm pre-dating apps. I got married in 1992, 92. So dating apps weren't even a thing. So I have no idea. But it just, when dating apps came on the scene, everybody's like, oh, there's no way you can get a good long-term relationship from a dating app, and you can't, if you met through a dating app, it's doomed for failure. And then the attitude slowly changed over years that it's a legitimate way to actually meet someone and preferable. I mean, what makes going to a
Yeah.
bar and meeting some random desperate lonely person any better than meeting someone who, is intentional in what they're doing online. Both are fraught with perils, of course, in different ways, but it is what it is. But anyways, I feel like this whole AI dating girlfriend thing may be a next revolution of that somehow, that's going to evolve into a different way of making a relationship. Maybe people can find meaning out of their AI girlfriend or boyfriend, and if they can, all power to you. I'll
Mm-hmm.
stick with my beautiful and lovely wife. She's a real human with all the faults, flaws, and wonder that comes with being married to a real human. So,
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh man. What would the world look like 20 years from now, Peter? We'll
yeah,
be
no idea.
we'll be sitting with some popcorn watching our out the
Yeah,
Tesla
exactly.
window.
Hopefully,
Driving around the Tesla,
I'm
just
just
like, look at
watching.
this. Why watch a movie? Just go outside and see what's going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, I'll just be watching from my armchair, commenting on it to my grandchildren. Hopefully, that's really my greatest aspiration at this point. So,
Yeah. Question:
other
where
than
did I place
that,
my stop loss on SMR? So the stop originally was okay. Just a couple of ways to answer that. Original stop near VWAP here, right? Original stop, right? We got our partial in. Then after we take our partial, our stop becomes break even, right? So break even point 1805. Then after that, now that we added, our average didn't move a whole lot because we added very little just to kind of test things out. But now, me personally, I don't want to see it go below this VWAP or even some of the moving averages, right? So I don't want to see it go below like 1820 after my ad, maybe 1825. But right now, things are so slow. I'm just looking at the price action, and
yeah.
if I see any weakness, then I should start taking it out. Like, this is going to make me wait probably to get to the high of the day. If it's going to do that, it's going to take a very long time. I mean, volume has really died down here. And when I say very long, I'm just saying it could be like 20 more minutes or so, right? But right now, this was a successful ad. Like, I know it's only 20 units here as we're testing things out.
Yeah.
But this is right now, this was, let's say, 100 units, 200 units. This is it's a nice move.
Units.
So 30 cent units, shares.
I like
units?
I
like units, right?
I like how you're counting in units.
That takes me back to my my operations day. We counted things in units.
Yeah.
How many units do you need? Truckload.
Carlos is still
980.
He's got to ship 50 units by lunchtime.
Listen, man, we did so much. We did it for 12 years. Like, how do you not? It's crazy. All the terminology still. I forgot some of it. I'm not gonna lie. I'll see something on the road, like, oh man, what's that called? Oh yeah, reefer. It's called the reefer. It's 53 foot, 48 foot. Yeah, it's you forget all the terminologies. Okay. Reefer is the refrigerated trailer.
Oh.
Right. Okay. So sometimes we will order a truck and they'll come with this thing, and that cuts into the space you can put units in. So it'll cut the number of units we could send on a truck. That was a problem, right? So all this terminology.
You're shipping appliances though, right? You don't need a
you don't need it. But sometimes the hired driver will show up with one of those because he just delivers some meat across the street, and we're like, dude, we can't use you, man. Sometimes we have no choice. So yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a lot, man. Operations is fun. I really enjoy what we did. You guys heard the story many times. I really enjoy operations, man. Problem solving and getting things done was a lot of fun. So, but not more fun than this. Not more fun than hanging out with Peter and ranting.
All right, yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
Some money, give it a little rant.
Yeah, exactly.
Tesla's hit a short-term high here as well, it looks like.
Are you actively looking for a potential short on Tesla back to VWAP, or?
If it happens.
Yeah.
If it happens. This is a little tentative. It did get a little bit more volume here as it hit this high. So that was good as it approached, hit over 455. But this one would have had to been a tight. I didn't get the tight win. So yeah, it's not. I'm not in it, which means I'm not going to get in it at this point.
Yes. Kumar, please don't scare us. Kumar is saying 20 years from now, you might have a bunch of AI daughters-in-law. No. That's not. I hope not. That's not going to happen because the first date, I will take them is to, we're going swimming. Yeah, we're all going swimming. So if they're going to come over, they're all jumping in the water. So if they can jump in the water, don't bring them. We're going swimming. But Dad, no, we're going swimming, all of us, in the water. And by then they'll probably surprise him with waterproof robots. That's the end of it by that point. All right, I'm friends taking a partial here. 1897. Look at that. We actually came to the high of the day. Let's see if there's some more momentum here. What is Atlas giving us? All right. Atlas right now is quiet for a bit. Still somewhat very balanced out, which is what we've been seeing on SMR. Like if I look at Atlas right now, there's not a heavy bullish or bearish signal. It's very balanced out at the moment. So, which is the trading we've been seeing here, right? We haven't really seen a push one way or the other. But I don't know, seems more, I want to say more bullish a little bit. Not sure. Hard to tell. All right. I missed my part. So this thing came back down pretty fast. Let's see if we can test it again. And we'll go from there. Friends over on YouTube, if you haven't had the opportunity to do so yet, maybe you've been busy trading, which I completely understand. We are 330 likes. That is really awesome. Just 70 away from our goal of 400 likes as we get back into the swing of things, right? A full week of trading after a couple of weeks where it was half a days off, and just very low volume. Peter, what's the volume right now for the overall market? How are we doing? Curious.
Actually pretty good on the SPY. It's a little bit of a different picture. On the SPY, it's 86%, but on the Qs, which is more tech focused, 118%. So we're basically at regular volumes here, back to average.
Okay. Nice.
Things like
Nice.
NVIDIA, I noticed NVIDIA's at 102%, so it's pretty much right on. Tesla, 109%. But of course, then you get things like Intel, 192%, Micron,
Right.
195%. So
Right.
those are trading a lot more than expected,
Mm-hmm.
which is interesting. Oh, interestingly, one of the hot PLTR, 150%, but it's not making good moves, but it's got bigger volume. And Amazon's trading at 166% of its regular volume. So now, of course, then you got things that we were watching, right? Like CVX, which is almost 800% its regular volume.
Right. Never
SMR,
moves.
500%. Yeah, those are the
Mm-hmm.
ones that were in play. So you'd
Yeah.
expect
Yeah.
that.
Agree. You can tell here by if you look at the daily, right? These stocks usually never
Look
get
at
a whole lot of
Tesla.
volume. And today
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Friday,
yikes.
you're seeing a lot going on here. So, uh, Tesla pulling off here. Yeah, pulling off from the highs after making a new high. Struggling. SMR hit just below the high of the day. It just came back down here. Let's see if the 9 to 20 could do their job, right? Do your job and hold this up. And hopefully we can get back up there. How long would I hold this? I mean, right now this trade is pretty much. I have a couple of shares left. The trade is pretty much done its job. Like this right here. If I had to close out right now, I'm good. I'm happy. Even if this comes back to break even,
Right.
we won on this trade. We're done. So now it's just kind of when would I sell everything? When it either stops me out or breaks higher. That's pretty much it. But right now we're set with this trade, and this is our third trade of no our fourth trade of the year, and we're 100%. So if you ask me for my accuracy now, for the entire year, it's 100%. Right. So it's hard to beat those numbers. Ask me in a month, it's going to be a lot different. But right now, me and
Yeah,
Peter are 100% profitable in all our trades. We don't lose
yeah.
for the whole
I mean,
year.
I did have a loser. I mean, I guess I'm net profitable. Yes, my first
Okay.
trade
Yeah.
was a loss. So I can't say
Yeah.
every trade is at 100%, but I to get your point. Overall, yes, I'm
Yeah.
100% profitable on every day so far. But
Don't
yeah,
ask
that's
how many trades we've taken.
yeah,
But
exactly. Don't
don't,
don't worry about the data behind the
don't worry.
stats. Sometimes you
Yeah.
just deal with the stats.
We're just trying to push our narrative here, right? Oh man. CVS coming. See, this is what we mentioned, right? It might be short for like the beginning, and then might end up turning around and do something else, and it's kind of doing that now. Trying to get back up to the VWAP. This thing opened up at 165.78 or so, 75 actually, and we're still at 4.2. So a little bit of a drop here, but we're still up 4.2 on CVS. So these things are going to be definitely in play, I think, for the coming days, depending how everything unfolds with the oil situation. So 100% still. That's bad because the eagle might lose bigger than usual. Yeah, yeah, we've been trading long enough that our eagles, we don't have eagles anymore. We have little pigeons. There's no. we're very very yeah. There's no eagles and things like this. We're very calm or dovish or doves probably
Yeah.
left. We're not hawks. We're very dovish on that because we've been trading for so long. But at first you gotta be careful with when you get these winning streaks. Don't worry about winning streaks. That's a dangerous game to play, man. Winning streaks. So be very very careful.
Yeah.
Because what it does is you're just saying that the winning streak is a winning streak, and then if you lose, there's a problem, and there's not a problem if you lose. And the worst you could do is after having a winning streak is not accepting the loss that's eventually going to happen, whether you like it or not. It's not if it's going to happen, it's when it happens. You might not accept it, right? It might mess you up. So, and again, I've been there. Then you try to force that day green. Oh my goodness, that's when everything falls apart. So,
yeah.
Very, very careful. And we see it. We see it with the funded account, right? We see people when they trade the funded account, they don't accept the losses. And man, they give it all back or a lot back. So Be very, very careful.
Tesla's bouncing back here, and this is to me a good
Yeah.
example why I don't go chasing these moves. So
Mm-hmm.
it did sort of move down from the high of day. Notice it bounced off the 50 moving average there, pretty directly, which is interesting, and it's back up. So decent move actually, but I
Yeah.
didn't hit the target for a short. That's why I don't trace these things. So
Yeah.
sort of
Look at
feel
that.
good now.
Yeah.
This is a potential mountain pass high of day here. The problem is it did touch that 50 moving average on the pullback, and that
Mm-hmm.
disqualifies it for a mountain
Mm.
pass for me. Now, other people don't worry about that, and they can still use it. I'll watch it and see what it does here, but yeah, immediately it's not a mountain pass. But I'm hoping, Carlos, your SMR is going to go back for you because it's looking
It's like playing. Yeah, it's
potential.
like coming up to 1885, right? It's just coming up right on there,
Yeah.
and hoping that we can get a breakout would be awesome. But yeah, it's struggling, and the volume keeps getting lower and lower as we go here. So
Hmm.
that's just gonna make it harder and harder for it to do something. So we'll see if it
Yeah.
can hold on to the 9 to 20. We keep getting these rejections right up here. So let's see. Let's see if we could take another shot. I'll be paying attention to take a partial here if we do hit that there. Let's see what it wants to do. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, really? Oklo has yeah, look at Oklo go. Has a ETF OKLL. Oh, look at that. Oklo has a ETF that you can trade here. Leverage ticker ×2 long on Oklo. So OKLL. If you want to trade that one. All right, we're back at above 185 here. Let's see, we're going again for that 1897. Part of me wants to kind of be patient and see if we actually start pushing through. Look at all of these, right? They're just stacking up. This looks much bullish now. Much bullish now. So let's see if we can start eating above that 1897.
So, so where's
So
your partial area? You gonna take one or?
yeah, I'm thinking 1897, but I feel like if we get up there, I feel we might just break through. So part of me wants to be patient. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what we do when we get up there. We'll decide there. But right
That's
now, Atlas is
probably
telling
okay.
me
All right.
wait. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'd
You're
be
probably
taking a
what, Peter?
partial
Well,
here. Just looking at the
yeah,
chart, yeah, this would be a
yeah,
partial area because this is the third time it's tested this exact area. See, I mean, originally when you took your partials
yes,
up there at 950, 954, and then it tested the quick spike, and now it's here again. I don't know. I mean,
yeah. You know,
you trade your
uh,
trade. That's what
you do
matters.
you. Peter's telling me you do you.
Yeah,
That's what Peter's telling me.
yeah, exactly. You do you.
But I agree, man. We've been rejecting here 3 times here. Oh, let me show you guys. Here, rejected here 3 times already. Here's kind of a rejection. We didn't get quite to it, but yeah. So,
Yeah.
and it's just getting more painful. Stick around. Look at the movement on this. It's just so dead.
And you coming back.
Let's see. Let's see here. Anything else going on? Tesla. Wow, Tesla new high, Peter. Tesla new high. Getting
Yep.
up there. SMR just struggling. NVDA trying to level off. Guys, been going. Look at the 5-minute NVIDIA. Like, this is clearly NVIDIA drew the line. We don't want to go any lower, man. And we're starting to get into, yeah, it's just drew the line. Like,
Yeah.
do we're done. We want to go higher. So if we could start getting some strength here, this thing can go higher. And Intel already started doing the move. So Intel drew the line a long time ago, started going higher. MU, guys. You guys didn't mention MU. VWAP breakout, and not the cleanest, but not the
No.
cleanest breakout. But yeah, look at that. MU doing some stuff. What's going on with NVIDIA? MU and Intel are on the same plan. AMD is trying. NVIDIA is just lagging right now with this with the move with the semis. NVIDIA playing hard to get, friends. Intel rebound. I think Intel did the rebound. I think it did, Ted. I think this is this is your low here. And I think you're way onto the VWAP now. That'll be your target if you're in it. Getting in now is tough because now you're kind of like in this middle area between the VWAP and the low of the day, and this is a tough place to get in, long or short, for me. Like I don't have a strategy. This is very, very tough. So you either play the reversal near the lows, towards the VWAP, which is what's happening here, and then here I don't know how you join this party. If you feel it's going to go longer, I don't know how you join that party there. I don't see the invitation. Okay, I don't see the invitation. I started watching the Netflix. I don't see the I watched the first episode of the Netflix thing with Diddy. Man, this thing was going on from the beginning of time. I did not know that. I thought it was later when he got really big, but this thing was like when he was not even a big star yet. This is brutal, man. This is not cool. I don't want to mess it up if anybody hasn't watched it yet, but it's yeah, he was definitely still buying his music and hearing it without knowing what's going on behind the scenes. It kept a lot of stuff really quiet. All right, let's see here. Let's see. All right, 1893. Let's go, SMR. What do you got for us? Looks like we might want to break through. Atlas is telling me stay in. Until when? 19? No, this is it. I'm taking a partial here. I'm taking a partial. Taking a partial here. I just don't feel. I'm taking a partial. Yeah, and I actually took 50% off, so we don't have a lot left. So I don't want to just peel military. I took 50% off, and now we don't have plenty left. Don't tell me now you're gonna do this. That's okay. I'm happy with my partial. Yeah, happy with my partial. Oh, come on, SMR. Atlas told me. Atlas said stay in. It did. Okay. I listened a little bit. All right. Good stuff. SMR has rejected 3 times, but it looks like volume is decreasing at that resistance level maybe. I think volume is decreasing a couple of things, right? I think over time, I mean, look at the market open on this thing. Look at the beautiful volume we got here. And now we died out between 10 o'clock started happening. 10 o'clock immediately just started losing. And you start seeing this sideways action. Got a little bumps here and there. And now we're just getting major volume, which makes me think that this might be a dangerous situation to stay in. I might get all out on here. There's no point in holding the little bit I have left. There's no point in holding back down. I'm going to get everything out. So, okay, there it is. All out on SMR.
Nice. Good trade.
And good trade, man. Love the ad. The ad worked out for us, Peter.
Yeah.
Ad there worked out pretty nice. And yeah, we're out of it. Original trade, friends, if you missed it early on, was 5-minute RB engulfing. Very, very powerful strategy for reversal here. So here's the drop. Here's the engulfing. 5-minute RB. We went long and got the partial towards our levels that we placed this morning. Towards the pre-market high there, and this is a daily level that we had. This 1897, I think. I don't remember how we got that there, but yeah, there it is. And this might have been the right call because Atlas is now looking bearish. So
there you go.
Very good, very good.
There you go. And NVIDIA's at the low end of that range you were pointing out just a little bit earlier, Carlos.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with NVIDIA, man. Like everything else, all these other counterparts are long, and NVIDIA's just not having it for some reason. Like, if you look at Intel, MU, even AMD. AMD not so much. AMD not so much, but other ones, at least a little more of a bounce here. CVS above the VWAP. We're going to be watching this stock for a bit. For the next couple of, I think probably this whole week, depending how news continues to flow out. I think we'll be watching CVS and the oil companies. So We'll keep it in play for sure. All right, friends. How about you guys? What did you guys trade? Did you guys take Tesla with Peter or SMR with me? What did you guys do? Or anything else? Out of Tesla, nice. SMR, Insane Trader 99, good stuff. POTR. What else? TSLL. Got my what's TP again? Is that target? Target something. Target profit? Target price?
Target price, I think.
Yep, target price a few minutes ago. Wish I would have moved my stop loss a bit lower. Good learning experience here. Awesome, man. Glad you're here and learning. That is a beautiful thing. SMR, nice run. Nice bin. ASTS. ASTS. Good stuff in ASTS. Yep. See it moving here. Core weave. Yeah, see the bounce. A little bit of a drop this morning. Nothing crazy, but yeah, see some movement on it, which is nice. Again, this is stuff that we're not getting during that 2-period stretch, right? Pinks were very, very sideways today. You had a bunch of tickers you could have looked at and got your strategies. POTR here looking to break towards that 175.11.
And Andrew and Brian are en route.
All right. Let's get them all set up. Here and good to go. I think the video is up. I left the video up. And it is. Yeah. Okay. Sound is in. All right. Perfect.
Hello,
friends.
Everybody in the chat room.
Stick around. We're going to be doing our funded account giveaway in just a few minutes too. Hello, chat.
Yo.
Andrew and Brian joining us shortly here.
Yeah.
As we close our trades for today. So, Andrew joins here. So our trade, guys, we took a 5-minute engulfing over on SMR, and Peter, you took Tesla long.
Along on
this
Tesla.
morning.
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
Yeah. Actually, 3. I ended up taking. It was 3 different trades, but all the same concept that eventually gave me that long opportunity that I was able to profit from on Tesla. So yeah, happy with that.
Awesome. Some really great trading today. And here it is, Andrew and Brian. Good morning, friends.
Good morning, guys. How are you doing? Happy New Year.
Great.
For those of you who this is the first trading day. The year started exciting, huh?
Lots of excitement.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting with all the news and everything. So it's today was a great day on Tesla. So Market Atlas is something that helps us a lot to make decisions. So, for example, when you look at the NVDA, you have orders at 191, 189. Had they opened, they'll really help you to find this direction. Right now, it seems that Tesla really wants to go to 456 and 457. So based on the Market Atlas, we really try to make a trade for opening range breakout through TSLA. So as soon as it popped up, very heavy here. So you see my entry, the first entry, second entry, I just kept adding on it. Very nicely went up. And then I added more multiple times from 19 to 19, almost 60. We got some profit. I had the loss on AMD at the open. So for breakout, AMD was up 4%, but it got stopped out. And same as NVDA. NVDA was long stopped out. So these two were my biggest losses, but TSLA was my winner. Was really good. I know you had a really nice trade on SMR, Brian. Carlos. Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, it's really nice 5-minute ORB engulfing, which is, we love that setup so strong going the other way. So
yeah,
that really
that's
nice.
pretty nice.
Yeah. Do you catch it on the pullback?
Here it is. I caught it on the drop on the way back up.
Yeah,
so here's
nice.
5-minute on the way back up above the VWAP. We went long, and the 1-minute was a great setup too. Like you can see here, nice breakout. It was a nice entry above the VWAP. So that's how we traded it.
Yeah. Beauty.
Good trading morning. Good way to start this first full week of the year. And
Yeah.
good to see everybody had some good trades out there.
Nice. Peter, what was your dad joke today? I didn't hear. Brian said you had a really good dad joke this morning.
It's on my shirt. I
What
said,
is it?
here, never trust an atom. They make up everything. There you go.
That was really
I
nice.
remembered it.
And Andrew, Peter was very good today. Even with all this political stuff going on, he said not one word. He's really sticking to his plan. He wants
I'm trying to stick to my
2026.
resolution.
Yeah, the
Nice.
government is pushing him to say something, but he not one. And I did not egg him on.
Welcome
You
to the
guys.
right side of history,
You
Peter.
guys, man.
VRMA, I now share
All right. So I think guys, I mentioned that in the chat room. I'm really depressed in Vancouver. Like the time zone is really dark. It's like 8 a.m. It's still super dark out there, and I decided to take rent a big villa in southern Spain in Malaga, and I go there, trade there. It's not high season. It's not super hot, but it's really sunny. Malaga, it has like 360 days of sun. I know Carlos, you're coming, so we're gonna trade there. Mike is also coming,
Yes.
and I'm gonna actually trade the end of January
Wait.
from Spain.
Carlos, you got a hall pass to go do that? That's
Listen, man, we are getting old. You live once, gotta go.
all right. Good for you.
Gotta go. Yeah.
Nicely done.
I'm considering moving to Europe to live because I'm really done with Vancouver. Vancouver is really nice until October. November, December, January, February, you do not want to be in this place. It's beautiful if you switch into the mountain and a ski mode, but I'm not really skiing anymore that much, and I'm not really interested in climbing in BC anymore. So for me, it's just really difficult. So I think I want to be somewhere that has better weather. And seasonal depression is a big thing. I'm getting it. Like, you eat, you overeat, it's just the whole life is impacted. So Spain it is, guys. Spain is coming. We're coming. Maybe I buy something in. Yeah, we can do Austin. Actually, I'll finalize the Austin today. Maybe before I go to Spain, I will go to one Austin and then I down. The Spain is January 23rd to 30th. Yeah, I know, Thomas. I'm going the worst time in there. But the villa was cheap. The villa was amazing. It's a huge villa. And if anyone wants to come, email me because we might have one or two room extra. Yeah, the problem with San Diego and East Coast, West Coast is the time zone. Like I want to practice a little bit of a better time zone. I want to trade when I'm actually feeling really good. So see how it goes. Maybe I start moving to different part of the world, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, to see which one I actually really like more.
Yeah, it's a big difference, Andy, because when you can not have to wake up with an alarm. I mean, you're at the point where you don't have to wake up with an alarm. You could just wake up and not have to do it so early. You're gonna love that.
Carlos, this morning when my alarm went up, I was crying in bed.
Yeah, come on. You don't need that. You don't need that. You could live
I
anywhere in the
swear to
world.
I was saying,
crying.
Carlos, I was saying I have all the money in the world. I don't want to wake up at this time.
Yeah, no.
Like, I love trading. It's not that I don't. I love to come to trade. I love the chat room. It's really fun. But man, it's dark, and in the summer is okay because 5 a.m. is sunny out there in Vancouver. You just naturally want to wake up. You're gonna go for a run, but 5 a.m. in Vancouver is cold and foggy, and then you go out, you die. Like
You go out, you die.
Really, if you go out, you die. It's like
So
the Camp 4 of Everest. Like you're in the tent cold, and then you have to go to work.
Market opens at 3:30 in the afternoon in Spain.
There you go.
So that's not a bad time to be up.
Yeah, you can go clubbing all night and still get a full night's sleep.
Yeah, I want to. Florida is nice too. I'm gonna go to Florida. At Peter Thiel, the billionaire Peter Thiel, he moved to Florida. A lot of billionaires are going to Florida, especially in the winter. Is really nice. Maybe I should go to Florida. Summer Spain, winter Florida. That's a good one, Thomas.
You can hang out with Thor.
Yeah, maybe I have to find a place. I like to, maybe in February I come stay in Florida. I don't want to live in an apartment because I have a really nice house apartment in Vancouver. Like I live fucking luxury in Vancouver. If I go to Florida, I want to have a really nice place, and I have to find a city that luxury is affordable for me because I'm pretty luxury in Vancouver. But if I go, like I was looking at a place in Dubai, it was like $12,000 a month rental, but it wasn't as nice as, so I was paying three times of my current rent, but it wasn't as nice. I have to go somewhere that to
I,
be able to afford the luxury.
I think, Andrew, for what you're paying for that apartment in Vancouver, you could probably rent yourself like a 12-bedroom mansion in Florida. So,
It depends where. I mean,
No,
yeah,
yeah,
no,
but
Peter. Yeah, depends where, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it
yeah, it
depends
depends
where.
where,
Miami is,
true, but
yeah.
And
I
where you
mean,
can
my
get
my
it, that's
rent is seven
probably
thousand.
now where Andrew wants to live, where you can get it.
Yeah.
mm,
Yeah. I mean, I have a really nice sub penthouse. Like, you've been to my place. Like, I pay $7,000 a month rent in Canadian. So that would be how much would be like
right.
$4,500 USD or something like that. In San Francisco, you get a room with for $4,000 USD. It's you really have to see. Even Miami is pretty expensive. So um, yeah, Tampa might be the. All right, so let's get back into character, guys. PLTR didn't hit the 175. Tesla was the best trade today. And I am pretty good for my day. So I am up to $13,000. And
Yeah,
I had a really big win on Tesla, but AMD and NVDA was just lost, and PLTR was a piece of garbage. So we just didn't make any money
yeah.
out of it.
My best trade today was NVIDIA short off R6 rejection. So that was definitely got a nice drop on that.
Yeah, very nice. So we're gonna do every day funder account, free funder account for trading terminal for um, all of YouTube Lambo and garbage truck traders. And we're having a really, really good day, guys. Yet we just had another trader who made $10,000, over $10,000, Sumit. So go full screen. So he sent me an email here. So I'm going to share it in there. Andrew, it was a great experience trading 3 months funded account, trading style. Market Atlas was a game changer. So here it is. This is his journal that we also built. By the way, journaling tool in Trading Terminal is also out there for all the brokers. So yeah, that's his trade as you see. So 50% win. So this is very important. 50% win, even less than that. But with good risk management, you're gonna get that $12,000 profit for 3 months. So that's great. So the largest win 3,500, the largest loss 1,100. So risk management, guys, it's great. So congratulations for this amazing trading. Trader 3763. So anyone in trading terminal, you can get the funded account, go through this experience and get the profit. And Carlos is giving away one free funded account every day for members of Lambo and Garbage Truck. Nice. Any question, guys? Yeah, do we have a funded account with DAS as well? The one that Carlos is doing a giveaway is with Trading Terminal, which is web-based. It's been pretty good. Trading Terminal has been really, really good, stable with the good hotkeys and everything. But obviously, if you really want to have some serious platform, would be DAS. So here it is. So you can go again full screen. So the DAS is the $1,000, $999 for 3 months. Trading terminal is only $2.99, but because it's web-based. For a lot of people at the beginning, so when you're making these early mistakes, so if you make one mistake and you get disqualified, you already lost $1,000 because this is a platform you go, even if you're in the first 2 weeks. But that's why I think trading terminal is pretty good for a lot of people. At the beginning, because a lot of you are making a lot of mistakes that you really don't need to make that mistake on a Lamborghini. So if you want to learn driving, you probably want to go with the old Toyota or old Honda or something like that. You don't want to start, hitting and scratching on a Lamborghini. When you're actually going once or twice through this program, and then go with the DAS. A lot of our experienced traders are actually getting DAS and do the funded account on that. Peak Capital Bootcamp that we are studying today, they're all going through the DAS. That's very important because you really don't want to scratch your car. But you will, believe me, you will blow up in the first 2 weeks. So why would you, pay that amount of money when you can actually have this one? All right, guys. So this is it for me. Carlos, do you want to go?
Yep.
And then
let's do it. Let's do the funded account, friends. So, guys, hashtag funded gets you in, and we'll pick a winner in just a second here after everybody gets a chance to do that. So, and welcome, Jonathan Lesser 1602. Welcome, my friend. Good to have you. Good luck. All right, here we are. 10 more seconds, and we'll get that going. All right, I think that's good right there. Okay, perfect, friends. Let's see who the winner is going to be today. We're going to choose here, and the winner is Mohammed. Wait, I think he won already. Did he win? Mohammed J9Z3Q. I believe he won already, but congrats, man. Congrats. Welcome to the funded account. Send me an email, carlos@bearwithtraders.com, and we will get you set up. Could be another Mohammed. I could be confusing it. But yeah, congratulations.
All right. Yeah, congratulations.
all right, congratulations. And that's it from me. Brian, anything from you?
Yeah. No, I guess I'm just sitting here with a profit on the day. I don't really want to trade again right now. So we'll it's really just about making some money and then shutting it down.
Yeah,
Don't need to
Tesla.
hang
Some
around
question
like
is,
you.
one person is asking, why did you go long Tesla? So look at my 1 minute candlestick. So overall in the market, in the morning, it was strong. Everything was gapping up. And so it did for the first 3 minutes sold off, but it really closed as a doji. And then it ripped with heavy volume, for a 1 minute opening range break up. Let me bring my pen as well so I can actually put the, so, it was a 1 minute opening range break up. And then looking at the market atlas is really important. Like looking at these big levels that market atlas had up here, that helped me to just really go long because there was really big orders for 456, 457, 478, 449, whatever. So that really helps a lot. Everybody should have market atlas. And if you have any question, Thor is the best person to help you, the liquidity of the market and everything. So yeah. Thanks, guys. Over to you, Thor.
Yeah. Cheers.
Thor, are you coming to Spain with us? Yeah. It was in the group chat. Check your group chat. Yeah. Cheers. Okay, goodbye, guys. Ciao, ciao.
Well,
See
I
you
need to
guys.
pay more attention to my
Have
group
a good
chat, I
day.
guess. All right. Group chat, man. Someone will have to fill me in on the Spain action. Or I'll have to get that looked at. Because I didn't see. I'll have to look up. Maybe it was further up. That's cool. I definitely, since as everyone knows, I'm from St. Augustine, Florida, which is, Spain used to own us. So that would be kind of cool. All right, so let's see here. Let me get logged into YouTube here so I can see everyone's chats because that just got closed down. I'll show you why I'm having a very boring day. And then we'll just talk about how awesome Andrew is. Because also he was on if you looked at Market Atlas on Tesla, Tesla was very bullish on the Atlas. So it really made sense that he was long. So, and Andrew said this little thing a second ago. He said, like, Thor's the best guy to really talk to you about market liquidity. I don't know, man. Andrew's kind of like catching up to me here. Like, this dude's trading Atlas like a baller. I mean, my goodness. Let me make sure my screen share is working here. Share, share. Hey, it's a Thor face. That's fun.
Got your big screen, man. We're just switching everything up because since Nathan was covering
Oh
for
my
you,
God. I'm so happy right now.
got you all switched up here.
Oh
So
my God.
we'll get you set up in a second.
Carlos, this little Thor face just made my
Oh,
morning.
you the emoji. Oh yeah, we set you up, man. You wasn't here. It was last week. You was on
you're
vacation.
big time now, Thor. You're
Yeah,
big
man.
time. Look at that.
Oh, the Thor face makes me so happy right now.
Let's get us all in there. Put a Thor, put a Peter, put a Carlos. Let's have a party.
Oh
Who
my
could do that?
gosh.
And put up those three
I'm
little
so happy
dome
right
heads.
now. I should not be as happy as I am about this, but I'm sorry, people. This is happening.
That's three Thors. There we are. Okay. There, look at
Yeah.
that. We're all having a party now. Look at that. Yeah, baby.
Oh my God, that's awesome. All right. See, people, this is what happens. You get us up to 500 people in the Lambos and garbage truck situations, and you start getting really like fun stuff like this. Like, wow, we got garbage trucks in here. Oh my God, I'm done. I was going to talk about trading today. Now I'm not interested at all. I'm just going to talk about this. No, okay. All right, focus. We need a tinfoil hat. All right, let's start this new year out right. It is time for the tinfoil beret.
I like how you went with a beret too. Well, and why did you have that ready? I don't even answer that. I don't care. That's awesome. All right, one tinfoil beret. You realize
So
that means that they're going to go in one ear, right? Because you only got one ear covered.
I
That's the
like that you,
problem.
first off, I like that you believe this is a beret and not a shower cap. So,
Ah,
so,
let's go
so
with the
first off,
beret.
I
I
like
like it.
this. No, so I actually had a mentee send this to me because whenever we talked about the TFL line, Peter, I needed a tinfoil hat. So I have my tinfoil hat. So I think Netflix is hopefully still a short because I've been shorting it like all freaking day, and I'd really like it to keep staying short.
That's beautiful.
So for everyone out there. So, but thank you. So first we start off with the tinfoil hat beret because why not? It was asked. This would be my next meme. My next icon, I think could comfortably be a TFL beret. No? No? Okay. All right. Anyway, moving on. So first off, I wanted to start off before I getting into the trading, and I wanted to say to everybody, Happy New Year. I didn't do like a big post this year for New Year's. I didn't do like a big like I normally do like some big like thing on my media and my thing on this. And I thought, you know what I'm gonna do this year that I have not done in my entire life? I actually took like almost 2 weeks off. Like I traded like when the cam alerts hit. I caught the whole melt on NQ by the way. I was short NQ R6 to S6 unicorn while I was walking around Epic Universe with my son. right? But I went and spent just like a week in Orlando, just with people I really care about, and just had like a really, really fun time. And I didn't think about trading. I didn't really I just really kind of lived the trader life. Like if I wasn't teaching, if I wasn't mentoring, if I didn't do all of this other stuff, what what would I be doing? And it was that, it was making, really good money while I was just walking around a park and just hanging out with my, some of my favorite people in the whole world. And so I want to first start off by saying a very blessed and happy New Year to everybody, because I didn't get a chance to do that as a post. I just took the time off. I didn't do my socials. I didn't post trades. I didn't do nothing. Right. So I wanted to start off by saying a genuine happy New Year to everybody, and I hope everyone really is starting off this new year with hopefully, you know, some things that are going to get us to that next level, right? So, hello everybody. And for anyone who doesn't know me and we're new to the channel, my name's Thor. I've been trading for a long time, not a while, and long enough to get a meme face. So that's something. I really feel like I've made it now, Carlos. Like I really I really just I feel like up until now I really was nothing, and now all of a sudden I just feel like, man, like I'm just so much cooler now. It's a no, I'm kidding. We made it. We finally made it. We have meme faces. Mm. Oh my God, I'm dying. Okay, so on to the trading. So today I only had two tickers that made calls for me, Meta and Netflix, and I did not like the volume on Meta for a short, so I went for Netflix, and here we are. So when we called the play here, I liked that we had found ourselves near, we were basically exhausting our volume. So I really liked that we had found ourselves in this location. So it was a really ideal place to get short. So, and I was in the right range. I went short here. I put my stop right above the pink box, because that's my calculated stop. My cam system auto calculates where I want my stop to be. So I put it up there, and I have literally just been sitting in this same stinking position ever since. I'm so bored. Right? Guess who decided to come to trading to be exciting? I guess this is an Andrew day. Andrew nailed Tesla. He got long. I'm sure he made great money. Just not my day for that. Now, luckily for me, Friday was my day. I made enough money to pay my entire month's worth of bills on Friday by itself, right? While I was at a theme park, right? So today is just a day where, and I actually told this I was actually trading live with P Capital this morning, and when I was trading with them, I actually started off our session. I said, "Hey, who today is ready to come into today and not trade?" So I think that's a really big question. Like in here in chat room, give me a number, give me a Thor face. If you come up and you sit down every day and you're ready to not trade, how many people are ready to actually just not take a trade today? Like, I'm sitting down today and I'm just not, I'm perfectly okay with not taking a trade. Like, if there are no setups, if there's no nothing, I'm just not going to take a trade. There's a lot of people watching right now. There's 600 people watching with only 400 likes, by the way. Come on. Like, hook a brother up. Very few people. How to get rid of the addiction to take trades each time. All right, so there's a couple of things here. All right. First off, I have this is gonna get a little. Do y'all mind if I get a little blunt? I'm really sugarcoaty on this kind of stuff. But do you mind if I'm a little almost a little edgy for every now and again? So it's the difference between having boundaries and having principles, right? Boundaries or rules are made to be broken. Principles are etched in stone, right? So the brutally honest thing is you're not principled. You create rules that you do not follow. And because you do not follow them, you do not succeed at trading. Period. Right? And it's because you lack principles. Now, I'm not saying like you're immoral. Like, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in trading, not like life. Like, please don't auto clip that. Thor Young says you like, no, no, yeah. But no, you lack conviction, right? You lack principle, right? So think about that, think about like a concept, and I'm going to spin this towards, what do you call it? Like almost like a religious aspect, right? So like think about like something like a Ten Commandment, right? A Ten Commandment. There's some argument to be said that they weren't actually stone, right? But it's a metaphor for that the principles that were on them were to be etched in stone, right? So he could have actually come down from the mount, and he could have actually come down with written parchments. I mean, there could be real stones. I mean, it could have, like, someone could have sat up there and chiseled them or maybe made them ahead of time. Maybe God zapped them. Who knows? Right? But it doesn't really matter what happened, right? Because the what's important is taking the principle from that, which is thou shalt not steal, right? Thou shalt not covet another man's wife. Thou shalt not, do all these silly things, kill people, unless they're being really rude. No, I'm kidding. Unless they're being rude on YouTube. No, I'm kidding. But these are principles. Let me ask you a question this. Parth, question. If you were at a red light in the middle of the country, it's midnight, there's no cops around, and that red light stays red for 5 minutes. As you're sitting there at that red light, will you run that red light? Or would you take a right turn, drive down to where you can make a safe U-turn, and come all the way back to the light and take a right turn? It depends on how principled you are, right? A principled person will do the same thing even if nobody's watching. I would not run the red light, right? I would take a right turn, make a U-turn, and then make a right turn because running red lights is illegal, right? So I would go around it, right? So, but this is the point to make though. That is a principle, right? What would happen? What will you do when nobody's watching? Right? What would you do when nobody's watching? Would you really hold yourself accountable to the rules you would hold everybody else to? And if that answer is no, well, trading's gonna be hard because trading is an art of principles, right? You know what I mean? So, and that's what you really have to evaluate. So what is likely happening if you are not succeeding in trading is behavioral slippage. Behavioral slippage is the silent killer of every trader. I actually don't know, for the record. I know lots of traders that have blown up accounts, but I do not know lots of traders that have quit trading because they've blown up accounts. Right? Does everyone get what I'm saying there? How many people in here have blown up their first account? I'm putting my hand up because I did, for the record. How many people in here blew up their first account? I did. Hi, I did. It's okay. Just admit it. It makes you feel good. I did. Look how many people. Yes. Did it stop you from trading? Did that stop you from trading? No, it didn't. You're still here. You're here. You're trading. You're trading right now. You're learning about trading. You're trying to learn how to trade. It did not discourage you. Maybe it stopped you from actually trading, like you went back to sim or something. But I mean, like, did it kick you out of trading? Did you quit trading because you blew up your account? Nobody. Adrian, dude, Best Loser Wins. Freaking Hogarth is one of the best books ever, man. No, it didn't. Almost. It almost me too, but it didn't. Right? Why do you think the vast majority of traders quit trading that quit trading? It's not because they lose. It's because they never what? They never win. Right? Break even trading. Right? Trading every single day over and over and over and over again, making little to no money, no dopamine. Yeah, no fun, right? No money, no Lambo, right? No penthouse, no quitting IT for the rest of my life, right? None of the stuff that you want to do and you want to do it now. Right? That's why people quit trading, man. People quit trading because people quit trading not because they lose, because they don't win. And you don't win because of behavioral slippage. If you're break even right now, I'm here to inform you, you know how to stock trade. Congratulations. Put it on your Instagram or throw it on your IG or, or throw it on your LinkedIn or whatever. You're a stock trader. Right? If you're a break-even trader and you're not losing money right now, congratulations. Like, you're really good at this. The problem is you're just not winning the attritional battle that is stock trading, right? Which is best loser wins, right? You have to cut your winners. You have to cut your losers at the exact moment you're supposed to, and you have to be able to let your winners run to large technical levels. The longer you can hold, the more boring it is, the better. Stock trading is so hard because it's the opposite of anything you've ever done in your entire life. Stock trading is the hardest way on the planet to make easy money. Right? It's the hardest way on the planet to make easy money. The money is so easy. It comes so fast. Right? You can make tens of thousands of dollars, right, in a heartbeat, right? But you can also do nothing for insanely long periods of time. And that's the problem. On a day like today, I only have 2 calls. I'm in the one I'm in. Today's a very easy day to go into the ES, go into the NQ, what's selling, what's moving. Let's try and do some weird things. Let's try and make something up. And guess what? By the end of the day, I've lost more trades than I should have taken. And today was a day I should have just stayed out of the market. I had no setups. Now on Netflix, I had a beautiful setup. Lower, wider range, R3 short, good volume exhaustion. This is a gorgeous short. I absolutely love this short. Right? And because of this, it's going to go for a stop or it's going to go for a target. Right? Well, what happens if it loses? Who cares? I made a lot of money just a few days ago. It doesn't matter if I lose a little money today. What I can't do is lose a lot of money today or not make a lot of money tomorrow. Right? So I think let's look at CVX for our friend, and then I want to talk about this Maduro thing. I'm obviously going to be severely undereducated. I'm certainly not going to make any politically minded statements. I'm an extremely libertarian person, so I'm generically not interested in foreign interference from us or vice versa or anything like that. So, but I'm insanely undereducated on what's going on over there, and I'm not going to claim to be. So that being said, anytime you're going into South America, especially near Venezuela, it is very important to pay attention to minerals and oil. There is I wouldn't say the vast majority, but a really, really healthy amount of oil comes from South America, and an incredibly large amount of gold, silver, and especially copper are coming out. So I would imagine if we're looking at copper, we're probably rallying today. And as you can see, we are up, right? So no surprise, right? So I only talked to how it would impact the general market. So remember, everything in the market is about supply and demand and valued projection, right? So it's not just about supply and demand. It's also what people think supply and demand will be at a later date in time, right? This is where options and futures especially become very potent. Right. So in this instance, right, because of the, what they would, I guess you could consider it to be political unrest. Yeah, I don't know. It's all sketchy. This is going to put a little pressure into that market, which is going to obviously raise the price, right? Anytime you have a lowering of supply, you're going to have an increase of demand, which is going to elevate the price almost instantly, which is what has happened. So now how far, and we actually managed to buy and close pre-market at the premium price for the 28th. So that's a very strong buy. So, and we're sustaining it. So for right now, I think, HG looks like a fairly decent long play, at least for the next, for the next few days. So we can keep an eye on that one. So yeah, but I would be looking at all of those. And this maybe is, we were talking about, someone had mentioned wanting to see CDX. Right. So this would impact CVX because CVX is a gas company, right? Petroleum. Yeah. Chevron. So CVX, right, is going to naturally be yeah. Look at this thing. Wow. See what I mean? So in that fun though, I want to point out to everybody, when you get used to being in the market, this is one of the things that's good about being in the market for the better part of a decade. You know what I mean? I've been in enough time now that I know how these varied news reports and these very occurrences will actually impact the market. I didn't even know what had happened in Venezuela, did I? I told everybody. I had heard some very baseline stuff. I haven't researched it. I'm not going to speak on it, but I can tell you that if we have issues going down on there, we're probably going to be up on copper and we're going to be up on gas, right? And sure enough, CVX is gapping, right? And copper is making new highs. So, I mean, it just shows you that how the market works, right? The markets, right, are based on supply and demand and politics, though, and we got to come back in here. Unfortunately, Asaki, and I'm willing to nudge this a little bit here and there, just only when I'm educated, because I don't like talking from a position of ignorance. It's never fun for me. It's, if there are times in which political issues do affect the stock market, and when that happens, I need to be able to talk to you about that, and you need to be able to ask me questions about that without anybody in here getting sensitive. Right now, obviously, I'm going to be insanely respectful of everybody because I love and have no concepts or issues towards that because I'm not ignorant, right? But at the same time, we have to all be willing to be not ignorant. You know what I mean? And actually just kind of come from this position that we're all here to make money, right? And we're going to look at things for the way they are and which way incentivizes us to make money, right? So in this instance here, right, we're going crazy. But so yeah, CVX, no surprise this thing is gapping. I would not short this thing with somebody else's bank account. You know what I mean? So we just got ourselves a value dip here, right? You know what I mean? We just got ourselves a value dip here. None of this looks weak to me. But I wouldn't say I would feel very confident in going along either. But I mean, if you're a swing trader, however, I mean, it's unfortunately it's a bit gapped now outside the monthlies, but it would just be too bad. I mean, if you would have been a swing trader on this thing and you had been in your since monthly support, like, oh my God, I mean, this thing was a launch. What a great thing. Now, that being said, it's so surprising that we happened to be in a buying area and then the news comes out and we gap. Anyway, just saying. Tinfoil hat. All right. So, still no other alerts. So, boring. All right. So someone asked me to look at RTY. That's fun. I like where it's at. RTY actually looks pretty cool right here. Let's take a look at RTY. I might be willing to try something here. Oh, don't tell me that. I don't care. What's Netflix doing? Is it stopping me out now? I have a feeling this one's just not gonna happen for me. All right. Oh my God. Look at how well R3 is working though. God, I love my cams. Jesus. I like RTY here quite a bit, I have to admit. So what I like about RTY, one, we keep exhausting at the same point here. And we're on a higher, wider range, and we're all the way at R6, and R6 is at ATR high. So I've got a lot here, right? Where we found good selling engagement that even exhausted our sellers, and we had to reoffer. So this is a really lovely spot for a short. I like this a lot. So if you're looking for one for a future, I think RTY's got some really good stuff to it. NQ is still kind of nudging up, trying to find buyers, but RTY specifically looks like it is ready to go. Yeah, look at that. We're starting to offer, we're getting into the selling again. Yeah, like our RTY actually was able to offer and find sellers, and then it reoffered R6 and exhausted buyers at the same time. And then look at our volume deviate as we pull up. That's pretty. I like RTY a lot, Ramon. How was your new year, Ramon? Did you do well? Did you have fun? I hope hopefully lots of cheers with good champagne, my friend. All right. We're still alive. Q, what's his name from Dumb and Dumber? Jim Carrey. So you're saying there's a chance. That's awesome. So what do I mean by exhaustion? Let me show you here on RTY. So so I am a volume and price action trader, or a volume trader basically, right? So what I use is I use range, which is what my cams give me, right? And then I use volume, right, in order to determine whether or not we're buying or we're selling. And most importantly, if I'm going short, I want to go short when we're exhausting our buyers or exhausting our sellers. Now, the easiest way to determine that for me is with my eyes. So I can actually read these. These are my ghost candles, which are volume weighted candles. I can actually read them and tell, okay, I'm buying here. I bought premium. I offered it. We then bought. We then stuffed. We sold. We then offered higher, but did it on weak volume. Started selling. Tried to buy, but didn't buy very well. Offered higher, and then started selling again. Like I can tell that from reading the volume. But I found as I tried to teach other people how to read it, it was not so easy for others to read what I can read apparently so efficiently. So I invented something, right? With the help of my programmer Bruz, we invented the buying and selling detector. right? The difference between the NQ and the RTY, the NQ is a futures contract based on the price movement of the NASDAQ 100, right? So when you're talking about RTY, you're talking about the same thing, but on the Russell 2000. ES is the SPY, and YM is the Dow Jones Industrial. CL links to crude, SI is silver, GLD is gold. So a lot of us that trade, especially during this hour, since I'm a futures trader, you'll find that there's a lot of futures trading going on. I didn't have any futures alerts, right? So I decided today to trade Netflix because I didn't have any. I only got one alert today, and it was on Netflix. And so far, that has been absolutely worthless idea. So I know why it's not working, by the way. And it's my fault for that. So this is the reason it's not working. I'd like to introduce you to this lovely tool. Anybody know what tool this lovely tool is to my left here that I just put on the screen? This lovely little tool is called Atlas. And it's on tradingterminal.com. We've actually added a ton of futures tickers to it as well, including ES. Right? So can anybody tell me exactly what's going on just north of my price right now on Atlas? And what's going on for all my book readers who I've taught so much effort on teaching you how to read the order book? What's wrong with this order book right now? At worst, it's balanced. At best, it's actually a bit bullish. But I would say it's balanced. Yes. Yes. Look how many of you nailed that. This is working. Y'all nailed it. It's pretty. We have a large order to the downside block. We have a large order block to the top side. The large order block to the top side is missing orders above it. So it doesn't really look like they want to rally through, and we're on a wide, lower wide range, but we don't have any ladder to get to our orders to the downside. So there's really no engagement to buy institutionally to the downside to get us connected there. We don't have retail participation to the downside, right? So we're just offloading premium into whoever will buy here. So this actually looks like we're probably going to squeeze up and hit these top side because look, we've got a nice ladder. So it's a balanced book that is really otherwise kind of bullish, right, Alex? That's perfect. So when this doesn't work, I'm not going to be stressed out about it. You know what I mean? I'm just going to go, okay, well, now I know why it didn't work. It happens. The book did not look this aggressive when I got in. A couple of icebergs came on later that really made it look like this. When I got in, it looked a little better, but it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? This is why. And that's all that matters. It doesn't matter if I lose or not. I just like to know why I lost. And I can tell here that the order disbursement here was not correct. I should not be in this position. Today actually, I mean, it was a perfect setup. But if I'd have analyzed the book a little bit better, or if the book had been a little more apparent at the time, I may have elected not to get into the position just because of the balanced book. Right? So, I mean, it definitely explains why I've been stuck here for such a long dang time, not getting any price movement at least. So now the good news is because of the lack of the structure to the top side, it's actually not like it looks like this thing's going to ignite and go out either. So it just looks like it's not going to go anywhere. So this would be a nice position to lean out and probably cut. Like if I had a working position plus this one, I would probably cut it and get rid of it. But since this is my only trade I'm going to take today, I guess it is what it is. And if this one loses, it's too late in the day for me to hunt another trade. So I'll just take a loss and just call it a 1 hour loser day. Yeah, I can. Now I can't go over much on it, right? Because I was walking around a theme park, right? So, but I'll show you what I saw. So we were at, I pulled this open on my phone, and when I pulled it open on my phone, we had R6 here, which we had bought through, and then we exhausted near monthly R3 and ATR high, right? So I like the RTY one. You're still holding RTY, right? Where did you go? Ramon? RTY is looking pretty good. So we rallied up. And so this is this mark right here. So what I use is I use the buying and selling. Yeah, I took a Netflix trade. Yeah, I definitely my ADHD fired, Jess. I'm coming right back into it right now. I'm tying it in on this trade. So you can see here as we're going back through, notice how we cut here and how it went down. Well, if you look back here, what I use for exhaustion is actually this detector, and it'll make it easier for you to see. So you can see that anytime we get up to this high level, right? So basically what we have here is what's called volume weighted tick, right? So I can tell you basically when we've upticked weighted by volume too much, and a reversal is incredibly likely, right? So you can see here, and it's pretty consistent from day to day. So you use the troughs or the valleys and the peaks, and you can find their averages. In a future version of this detector, we're going to auto map these for you. It's coming. So you can see here, look when I went short at ATR high, look where we were at. Can you see it? Anytime we get up here, it's too much buying. See, one of the things that a lot of people don't understand, R4 was not valid because it opened too high. It didn't open inside the CPR. A lot of people they kind of get this backwards when you start learning how to trade. You think we stop going up because of sellers, and we start going down. We stop going down because of buyers, right? There's always more sellers. There's always more buyers, right? We stop going up because we run out of buyers. We stop going down because we run out of sellers, right? So anytime we get too many buyers or too many sellers, right, we exhaust them, right? We're exhausting the number of people that are willing to buy this high, right? So there's an institutional method that was used for a long time, right? And it was called tick. So tick had some downfalls to it, so I invented it's a better type. The buying and selling detector uses our own version, which is a volume weighted tick, and it's incredible. So basically, you can map out exactly where you expect the volume to be on a reversal. And it works humorous, by the way. Right, so you can tell that this is a great spot to get short because you're at ATR high, monthly R3, and you're exhausting your buyers at the same time. Anytime you get up here, you almost immediately have a sell response. I'm not French either, but I do like French a lot. Oh, oui, oui. All right, so yeah. So I hope I managed to cover both of those topics fairly well. Look at RTY coming back up. So RTY is now re-offering, okay? So watch this. We're going to do this on RTY. So we can go back in time here, and it's almost like looking like an EKG, right? You want to take the average peaks and the average valleys. So you can see to the downside, it's not very difficult, right? You go through here, you can kind of see we've got this guy here, we've got this guy down here. Let's just kind of come in the middle somewhere and see where it all lines up, where it feels good, right? And then to the top side, we'll do the same thing, right? But we can do this to the top side here. We'll come up, we'll average there, but maybe a little lower right there. You can see all of those peaks, right? A little higher, a little lower, but seems like we really kind of do good right about, right in here, right? So let's make this guy, let's change him to green. right? And so there's kind of our our seller exhaustion, and there's our buyer exhaustion, right? So now if you look at today, right, we've never exhausted our sellers really at all today, right? We just don't have, we just don't have very many, right? So, but you can see we've almost exhausted our buyers a couple of times. But the middle area, this midline, is what we call the offer, right? It's the offer line. So right now we're selling and we're offering for the sellers to sell more. So this pullback right now is actually a reoffer to see if the sellers that sold here are willing to sell some more. If they're not, we will reoffer premium and potentially go higher again. The ATR indicator is it's also mine. It is the adaptive ATR limits. Is Netflix still there? I don't even want to look at Netflix right now. Ugh. This thing is so annoying right now. I've been in this position so long. Oh, you're right. Look at that. T-Trader. Yeah, I mean, I really like that. That's a good point. Look here. When I entered in an earlier stage of exhaustion, right? So I liked it because we had exhausted, right? You can see it right here, but it wasn't enough. And you can see here, look, this is what I had mapped from earlier. It was a higher point. So, and look where it went there. That time it actually, look at the inverted hammer and the big volume. That looks much like buyer exhaustion. That's nice. Good spot. So the problem is we're just stuck. We're in value. We're just done. So let me look. So look at Netflix. So basically watch this. Ready? This is also not complicated. Fib retracement. We'll go from the low of this candle to the low. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. We're going to use this day's session. We'll go from the high of this candle to the low of this candle, right? Actually, let's be a little bit funner. We'll just do the high of the big candle. We'll just do the big candle and do it as a value offering. There we go. See where our value's at? We're basically offering value right now on Netflix, right? So we've come back up and we've pulled back up to see if we can get off of this big giant sell that happened. We're trying to see if we have more sellers that are willing to sell, right? We're enticing sellers, or we're trying to offer to sellers right now. You can even see it in the buying and selling detector on the larger time frame, right? We're just pulling back up to offer to sellers. But the problem is we're not finding them. So, and that is an issue because we're just not, it's not happening. We've engaged them quite a few times, but it absorbs any time the sellers sell, which is very interesting because this is almost starting to look like some kind of very weird trap. So I'm not going to get shocked when I get stopped out of this one. So I have a feeling this thing is going to UTAD up, do a big spike, take out me and everyone who's been camping high of day, like all day, and it's just going to be a loser. And that's okay. Like, again, it's no big deal. I'm more than happy to show everybody a loser today. I wish I had a good screenshot of my winner from Friday, but it is what it is. I don't care. But it would be nice if it had done otherwise. But I still like RTY up here. I really like RTY. Anytime it's trying to entice buying, it's really struggling. And it's still on a wider range. It's a shame it didn't stay under R4. So today we had manufacturing. So this is the primary future that gets affected by manufacturing news, just so that you're aware. little pro tip, if you're ever trading YM, you got to be very careful with YM on the days we have manufacturing index numbers come out, right? That manufacturing affects the Dow very heavily, as you can tell. I don't even know what numbers came out, but whatever numbers came out, the market must have responded very strongly to, because the Dow ripped and went into a very interesting breakout. I mean, it's at all-time high now. So the news came out very great, but there is something kind of elegant about being at all-time high. Like if we could get this thing to melt off of all-time high, that would be kind of a party. We really burned our buyers out very early in the day, and we've been just deviating. The higher we push, the more we deviate. This actually doesn't look strong at all. You know what I'm saying? I think though, I think Dow's going to give back some here in a minute. But statistically, we're dead. So it's probably just not worth it. Let's look at RTY. RTY has some, I don't know. So here's the issue with RTY. Hold on. Let me get my website up here. Yeah, I'm sure I'm out of Netflix. I knew it was going to go up and hit those orders. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out of Netflix. So we'll take that as a lose. See if we can have some fun with something else. So here's the issue with RTY right now. Check this out. So this is what's wrong with RTY. So look at imagine shorting RTY right now. So this is the initial balance stat for RTY. Uh-oh. There we go. I need to turn that off. So the initial balance stat is basically what happens is we're going to create our 1 hour high. Come on, come back. Right? We're going to create our, so 1030, we can take the low and we can take the high from 1030, right? And that distance right there is our IB, or our initial balance range, right? If we decide to, if you're looking at this, a single break is if we break the top of the range or the bottom of the range. A double range would be breaking both, right? It would either break the bottom and go to the top or break the top and go to the bottom. So if you look here, what are the chances that we're going to run from here all the way down to here? Which is not a massive move, by the way. Not good, right? It's not good. It's only like 12 out of every 100, like 1 out of every 10 days. More or less 1 out of every 10 days. You know what I mean? This thing's gonna have maybe it does that. Is there anyone here who feels like going into Vegas and walking up to a machine that says it gives you 1 in 10 odds and playing that machine? Edgeful. Is there anyone here want to go to Vegas and play the 1 in 10 machines? No, of course you don't. Right? So one of the big fallacies that most traders have is let's say how many people in here, get honest answer here just to help everybody so we feel inclusive. Honest answer. How many of you, hands up, how many of you, when let's say you were late from work that day, and you wanted to still trade, so you're sitting down around noon, how many of you would look for a reversal when you sat down immediately? It's later in the day. The price has already been moving up. You're making new highs of day after 10:30. How many people would naturally look for a reversal? Everybody does. Until you read stats. Right? Everybody does when they start trading. Right? But what you will learn, there we go. Nice. Everybody does. Right? But watch this. Pick a ticker, any ticker. Hit me. First person who puts a ticker in, I'm using it. Nothing weird. Okay, thank you. I was really worried I was going to get a weird ticker. Sometimes people are like, ACCMAII or something. I'm like, oh my God. Like, really? Six-month report. Let's pull up Tesla. So if you came into trade Tesla right now, do you think you would be more likely to long it or short it now that you've seen this stat? Long it. But how many people would have admitted what they just admitted earlier, that if you would have sat down, your natural inclination would have been to reverse it? Only a very low chance this thing is going to make a run down to any reasonable price. Right? We don't even need to look at an order book. We don't need to look at a pattern. We don't need to look at anything. This ticker is a long, statistically. Right? 80% of the time, if it breaks the high of day after 10:30, it will not break its low of day. And if you're a real day trader, you need more space than that. Right? So you would be actually surprised that in reality, this ticker is a long. Right? This is actually a trending breakout. It's a higher ranged breakout. There is no short on this ticker, and there never will be a short on this ticker at all today. That's going to be likely worth taking, right? But let's hit another one. CVNA. I haven't looked at this one forever. Let me stop. Hello, CVNA. So Nathan Stevens is on is you're on my bandwagon here, obviously, right? You and I we're drinking from the same punch bowl here, right? You already know where I'm taking this train, right? So the IB stats that I'm giving right now for these tickers, right? They're for every ticker. Like obviously like Nathan's saying, like 90% of them or something. Like it doesn't matter what ticker or what stat you look like. That's why I was like, give me a ticker, any ticker. Like it just doesn't matter. American Airlines, all right, random. You know what I mean? Like boom. It's always going to be like an 8 out of 10. A little higher, a little lower, but it's always around an 8 out of 10. There's just no advantage to shorting after 10:30 if you're making higher highs. It just doesn't work. You guys want some other ones? ELF, is that even a real? What are you getting me into making it happen? Still true. Still true. QQQs, still true. SOFI, and then I'll do the DVLT one and the RGA. Still true. Still true. Very true. Are we believers yet? So, I mean, this is stats. You know, I mean, that's all. That's what there's continue or close on that side of the chart, Alex. Yes. It's very unlikely you're going to get a prolonged run in the other direction. This is Edgeful Data. I have a pretty close relationship with them. No affiliation. I'm just good friends with Andre, who's one of the lead developers there. So he hooked me up. So always tell him I said hi, Thor at BBT, if you guys ever go by and check it out. And you can actually have these are in TradingView. So if you have TradingView, you can actually, the IB range can be projected onto your screen every day. So they're really, really great. So there's another stat that I'll hit with you real quick before we get out of here that I think everyone will like. I'm going to start with Oscar. So does anyone know what the gap is? Rather than footing around with it, I almost said the whole thing. The gap is the distance between your previous day's close and your opening price, right? So any day, whenever you open at 9:30, that distance between that and PDC is the gap. All right. How many people play gaps that break out? How many of you like to play gaps that break out? I bet you don't, because I know you use Edgeful, or at least my stats. If you're looking at gappers and you're playing gap and goes specifically, and this is what I'm talking about, gap and goes, I want to just kind of illuminate why they're particularly dangerous and difficult. Random pull, Oscar. What is the chances if it opens up or below? right? What are the chances we fill that gap, whether it opens above or below the previous day's close? On Oscar, it would be at least 3/4 of the time. It's going to go kiss the king, right? As Jared would say. And that's what we say. And BBT, that's what Jared and I have been saying for years, right? Is you always have to kiss the king before you're allowed to go on your journey, right? And one of the major sweeping methods my Camarilla system uses for its CP, because the CP and PDC are the same thing, as we watch sweeping direction and we take advantage of these stats, right? So, but again, like many others, it does not matter what ticker you pick. It's gonna be at least about 3/4 of the time on just about any ticker you're ever going to pick, right? You're always going to have basically a 3/4 probability that you will close the gap. So if you're opening gapped away from PDC, put that in your brain, right? This is why we want cams to open away from PDC, squeeze, and then close, because we get to take advantage of that buff, right? We get the stat. So I hope everybody liked this technical breakdown we did this morning and went through all of this stuff. Not a great trading day for me, but it was a great trading day for Andrew. So that's always a good thing. But we can always go through the fun, the data and all that good stuff. So I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. I'll look forward to seeing you all on tomorrow. And as always, keep it green. Much love. Talk to you later.